What's up?
Hey everybody, what's up? Look at this, a full house.
What's up? Happy Saturday.
What's up,
Hello.
guys? How's
How's it
everybody?
going?
What's up, Benjamin? How you doing, Robin?
Hi, we're good. Good
Good,
to
Hey,
see
good.
you.
Ryan, you too. Ryan, Jules, how you doing?
Good. How about you?
Good, doing really good. Johnny, what's up, buddy?
how you doing,
Hey,
John?
I'm doing pretty good.
Good, buddy.
First time
Great.
here.
Good to see you.
Nice to
Yeah,
meet you, Johnny.
and great to
Nice
meet
to
you.
meet you
Yeah,
too.
Yeah, Jens. Good to see you, brother.
Good to see you, man.
cool. Let me see. Johnny, I'm gonna edit. I'm gonna just kind of adjust your microphone. It's a little bit hot, but just really quick. No big deal.
All right.
Let me see if I can do it.
It's really cool to have you on, Johnny. Good to see you,
Yeah.
brother.
Thank you for inviting me.
Of course.
Yeah, I can't wait to show everyone what you've been working on. Michael
Yeah.
sent me some pictures, and I'm like, man, this is gonna be great.
Well, actually, I've had it for a while. I built it back in 2018.
Oh, okay, so it's been a while. Yeah, we'll definitely show that really in a little bit. Okay.
Mhm.
So yeah, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Collection Wars. Obviously, we got a jam-packed show today with a lot of cool guests, talk about a bunch of cool stuff. Let's go through and say hi to everybody. Lee might join us even in a little bit. We'll see.
Yeah, he'll be here in a minute.
Yeah. What's up, Dan? How are you?
Hey, what's up, Dan?
Brian, what's up, Brian? How you doing? Steven and Carla, how you doing? I got to see them at Disneyland shortly, but very, kind of cross paths. I'll show
That's very cool.
Yeah. There's Lee, but I think Lee's gonna jump on soon. So Eric, what's up, Eric? How are you? Yeah, we got to meet on May the 4th. That's right. Yeah, so it's Eric. Really cool guy. And yeah, we'll talk about that as well. Chris, what's up, Chris? How you doing? Roger, what's up?
Stand by.
Star Wars Addict, what's up? Jose, what's up, Jose? How you doing? Far from Death Star. Kelvin, what's up? Matt, what's up? How you doing? Frankie, what's up? How you doing, man? Robbie, you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to post the the show link in the Facebook group. So got to do that in a second to remind people we're on too. But yeah, what's up? What's been going on with everybody?
Go ahead. Benjamin, what have you guys been up to?
We got to do some May 4th trooping. There was about 15 or 16 events in Dallas. We only got to pick one.
Wow.
But some people did two or three, kind of literally went from one to the next. But we picked the one that had the most troopers there because we hadn't seen some of our friends in a while.
Nice.
So it was really fun. We got to spend the day with Amy Allen at Holocron Toy Store in Fort Worth.
Oh, nice.
She was doing a signing there.
Yeah, I've
For
seen a
people
bunch
that
of
don't know who
pictures of
Amy
that.
Allen is, Benjamin, who is she?
I'm sorry?
For people that don't know Amy Allen,
Oh, I'm sorry. Amy Allen played
I don't know how to
Ayla
say it.
Secura. How
Ayla-
is the first name pronounced?
Ayla,
Ayla Secura.
Hey, Sakura.
something
Ayla.
like that. Yeah.
So in the prequels, so she played.
What's up, Evan?
good to see
Hey,
you.
Evan. Hey, everybody. So we had met her once before, maybe 8 months or 9 months ago, and she was signing again, doing a bunch of meets and greets with people. It was nice because it was a really small venue. So
Very
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, we were going to pick a different troop, but on the sign-up sheet, everybody was going to the toy store, so we went to Holocron and got to see everybody. So
yeah, fun.
yeah.
Hey guys, so how does that work on the 501st? Like you guys are part of that. So
Sure.
you guys get like a list like a prior week before. I'm trying to understand how
More,
that
so
works.
more than just a week before. Some events are
Okay.
3 or 4 months out.
Oh wow.
Some events we know they're coming for a long time, and yet we still may not actually get sign-up sheets. Like for instance, the Con Fan Expo in Dallas. We've known the dates for probably 3 or 4 months, but it's one of those rare events that they know they give us usually about 100 tickets for 501st members. they usually don't announce the signups until about 2 weeks prior. So with the exception of a highly coveted event like that, usually we have months of advanced knowledge. And you can kind of look at the upcoming calendar of events and decide which event you'd like to go to. Some of it based on what's local to you or where some other troopers are going. We like to troop. There's a couple of guys that we troop with every time that we really love. So it's fun to hang out with them.
Yeah, you can kind of see where your friends are going. So if they sign up before you, you can kind of wait around and see.
Nice.
And then
Yeah, that squad is pretty big, right?
which one?
The one you're in Dallas.
Oh, yeah.
Fort Worth. Yeah.
So Dallas, I want to say it's right about 200 people. I think it's just
Wow.
under, if I remember correctly, like 180 or something. But it also fluctuates. Some people come and go. My younger brother actually just joined our squad. He's a new 501st member. He went to his first troop with us about a week ago. And it's kind of cool. His first troop happened to be, we were all invited to see Return of the Jedi. In theaters, so we got to see it in IMAX. The same event or the same theater we got to see Rogue One a couple of months ago.
Nice.
Very cool. Did you go? So everybody in the chat, did y'all go see Return of the Jedi? I actually was able to go see it in the IMAX. I was like, it was so badass. What
Oh,
about
it
you?
was awesome.
Was it
Yeah.
the original cut or was it?
No, it was so anything you watch nowadays, even re-releases, it's going
It's
to
the
be
Disney-fied version. We
Yeah,
were
it's
laughing the whole
pre-Disney.
time. Yeah.
Pre-Disney,
No,
but-
I meant like they added all the.
Yeah,
They made sure all the
So,
stuff. All
it'll be
the
the
CGI
re-release
stuff was
version
in
from I
there.
guess is it
Weird.
the 90s or
The weird Ewok blinking. For some reason, that just gets to me. Like something about that. I was just like, oh, why?
for me. I remember. I'm sorry.
I think what bothered me the most was the Max Rebo band. They
Yes.
took out that awesome song and they put a
That's what I was
Oh,
gonna,
the
that's what I
original.
was about to
I
say.
agree with
brass
that.
horns and stuff in it. I was like,
Oh yeah.
The
No,
first
I'm even just
reminder
talking.
for me was when
Yeah.
she jumps out in the screen and it's like this big right out.
Oh,
I was like,
yeah.
oh, it's not the 3 hour.
Oh, I'll
theatrical.
just I'm like I'll just not look at that.
Well, the iPhone
always more
came in until 2010 though, right? I mean, so that was like even way later. And then the whole no, like at the end when he throws the Emperor and he's like, no.
yeah, I take it back. That bothers me even more, I think. And,
Well, I think it's the change to Max Rebo, and then that was the first reminder. I was like, oh, it's changed. But then I think the thing that I dislike a bit more is when they completely change the autonomy or anatomical features of the Sarlacc.
Yeah.
Oh
They
yeah,
had
with that
a-
weird beak.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the beak, which this is like the what was the puppet show?
Little Shop of Horrors or
Yeah.
Yeah, where it turned into Little Shop of Horrors. They're like, oh, that's a good idea. We'll take that.
Yeah.
Mario plants that are always
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, to Dan that's in the chat, dude. 100%. I mean, dynamics. Yeah, what he's saying. I mean, it'd have been so cool and it's crazy because in a lot of theaters, I hear that they even took it out like Brad Bishop in Dallas. They took it out on the 4th. I mean, before the 4th. The 3rd was the last day. It wasn't even playing on the 4th. So there's a lot of movie theaters that did. I mean, I think they lost out on a lot of.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe they didn't realize that the amount of people that were going to want to go see this thing.
Well, they didn't really advertise it either.
That's
I mean,
true.
it was hard to
Yeah,
find where
there
it
were
would be
people at the
playing up
theaters and
until.
asking, so why is the 501st here? And we're like, Return of the Jedi's 40th anniversary. It's here. And they're like, oh, you're kidding. They had no idea.
Johnny, did you go see it?
No, I didn't.
Okay. What about you guys, Ryan, Jules?
No, we didn't
No,
get to.
we only watch. I only watched the original cut. I mean, I'm really big on that.
I understand.
I only watch the Blu-ray version if I have to reference something because the picture's so much clearer and it's like with the axes I made. I had to watch the Blu-ray version, but
I would have seen it in the theater. 'Cause I never,
I mean, I would have seen it in the theater, but it wasn't advertised at all here.
but I never got.
So
It wasn't in
you
every
know?
city either. So
You guys didn't know exactly.
I saw it in the theater when it came out.
I
Oh,
didn't.
of course. Yeah.
I didn't get to that. That's why I was like, we got to do this. So
You know the craziest thing, Gabe? I mean, that being your favorite Star Wars film.
Yeah.
Did you go see it in the theater?
Oh yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, I went on Friday.
When it first came out?
Friday.
Is that what
Yeah,
you're
that's
asking?
very cool. So I don't know about you guys or the guys in the guys and gals in the chat that did go see it in the theaters, but it's crazy because we all know the script by heart. We know everything that takes place. But I found myself. I don't know about you, Gabe, and everybody in the chat, but I found myself the whole time looking in the background, especially in the Jabba the Hutt scene. Me and Jens were talking about it earlier. But it's like I was noticing all the background creatures. Just all the little details that, normally, even now, if you go watch it on Disney, you can see, but it's not the same as seeing it on the huge big screen,
Yeah, you know what? I started cracking up at the end because, you start noticing like a lot of background characters that you kind of never would have paid attention. But at the very end, when they're doing the celebration, there's this one scene where it cuts back to the Ewok village.
Yep.
And you see that Admiral Akbar looking guy, the one with like the helmet with the white, the white heart helmet, and he's like getting down, and he's all like, and they just cracked me. I've never noticed that. And I was like, hey, look at that that Mon Calamari guy, just like all getting down. He's like dancing.
They didn't play Yoda. Did they?
No, they play that in the new weird little dude.
I loved it. I loved
It's so bad. It's so bad.
But I'm going to tell you guys right now, just going to say it out loud. It's ridiculous that Hayden Christensen, dude. I think the old man needs to be at the end of the movie, dude. I love Hayden Christensen. He's a good guy, even though he can't act at all. But he's a good guy.
I remember that too.
It's inconsistent. Like
it's like,
old,
come on.
Obi-Wan's old, Anakin's young. You're like,
well, I found out why they did that. I was so curious. I was like, I don't know. It's because that's the age he was when he turned to the dark side. So he gets rewarded and gets to go back to his hot youthful age, and everybody else looks old and decrepit.
All right, that's
super fair.
Forever. That's the religion side of things.
It's like he gets rewarded, and Yoda and Obi-Wan.
Yeah, that's bullshit. That's bullshit. You know what I mean? He goes out and kills all these Padawan little kids and stuff, and he gets rewarded. That's bullshit.
In the books, he kills so many people in the books that Palpatine actually has to tell him that he needs to cool it because he's killing people in the books. Yeah.
Yeah, Scott. So Scott mentioned. Supposedly they've retconned that when he taps the biker scout in the corner, he runs around the circle, around the bunker. That's supposed to be Captain Rex with the white beard. And you'll see Captain Rex takes his blaster from him, or at least the bearded Endor trooper. And they never really show him taking the costume from the biker scout. But at the end, when they're all captured and they all have their hands over the head, it's the same guy with, I think he's wearing either no helmet or the helmet's visor's flipped up.
No helmet.
But it's the same guy with the white beard that,
Yeah, they made an action figure out of that guy.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, like last year, I think. I thought it was pretty cool.
Yeah. Anyway, so it's just like, but it was really cool. I think, maybe this showing Return of the Jedi in the theater, kind of like Top Gun Maverick. And I mean, this is like back to the 80s kind of, even though, Maverick was new stuff, but it was still reference to the kind of was shot, like the 80s. And there was just something about, even though like Return of the Jedi, I've seen it a million times, there was just something about going and seeing it on the big screen, right? It brought everybody back. I'm 53 years old. Bring it back to I was 14 when it came out, and seeing it, even though, and it's funny, I was talking to Gabe about it. I was at 14, I was like, these Ewoks are ridiculous, but I actually like this go around. I thought, there's some respect for the Ewoks,
Hey, you know what? Spaceballs has,
my God.
Spaceballs has a chance. That's what you're telling me.
All right, Johnny doesn't know this ongoing rivalry about me hating Spaceballs, dude. But
he's never even watched it.
Oh my God, it sucks.
You don't know. You never watched it.
Hey, dude, Star Wars is real. You don't make fun of Star Wars. You should have been Space Trek.
But it's Mel Brooks. I mean, he's hilarious.
Johnny, did you like Spaceballs?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess I'm going to be outnumbered on that one forever. You know,
When
Yeah,
we come and hang out down at the ranch, can we all watch Spaceballs with you for the first time?
absolutely not. No, it's not going to happen.
That's funny.
But I love John Candy, dude. I mean,
Ryan-
all the actors in there are great, but just not in Star Wars. You know?
Ryan, Julie, you guys like Spaceballs or no?
Yeah,
I have my Schwartz. I got both rings,
Yeah.
and I have the medallion over there in my case.
Ryan, I thought me and you were like this. Look at me, dude. In the script. I thought we were good, dude. But
A trail.
Well, I really wanted Julie to cosplay as Dark Helmet. She's like,
holy.
I would-
You know, you're sending me these videos of stuff that, you know, the
don't know where
Stanley's
to
telling
helmet,
me.
you know.
I thought we were good, dude, but I guess we're just
Yeah. Jens,
Well,
you like it, right, Jens?
Yeah, I watched it many times when I was a kid, man.
Yeah.
What the hell, dude? My brother? Oh, hell no. Okay. I guess I'm outnumbered. Oh, well.
In the defense of making fun of Star Wars, like Robot Chicken kind of makes fun of Star Wars too, and I think you might like Robot Chicken. Just
I actually, Jules, I love Robot Chicken.
Right?
It's hilarious.
it's
But back then, I wasn't in the. It's like I took Star Wars very seriously. You know what I mean?
I mean, I do too. I do too, Michael. But I just like Spaceballs.
I know.
I like Mel. I like Mel Gibson.
Yeah.
Or not Mel.
Mel Brooks.
Brooks.
Mel Gibson's in there? What? No, just kidding.
No, you know what I mean. Okay.
I know what you mean.
Guys,
We know which Mel you're talking about.
Damn.
But yeah, no, it was fun. What else? What did you guys do, Johnny? What did you do on May the 4th? Just kind of hung
I
out.
went to a library in Bandera, Texas. It's about 30 minutes north from my house, and they had a like a mini con. So
Very-
I just hung out there in my snowtrooper
Yeah.
and my E-Web blaster.
Very
Nice.
cool.
Oh, you
That's
brought
cool.
the full E-Web.
I built one.
Wow.
You did.
Mhm.
Yeah. Oh, we got to.
So bad, but Julie doesn't want it in here.
We're running out of space. Is really the problem, and the web is big.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's funny. Hey, Evan, you too, bro. You know, it's like everybody's against me on this whole thing. You know, so that's fine. That's good.
Sorry, Michael.
Hey, so
Ryan-
so.
Oh, hold on. Wait, what
Okay.
did you guys do, Ryan, Julie, for May the 4th?
We had some friends over for a little party. We made BB-8 waffles. So we had like a waffle bar, breakfast for dinner, and then we did some like Star Wars Trivial Pursuit. It was like just classic trilogy, so like 1993 Trivial Pursuit of Star Wars. But Ryan won before anybody else had a turn. Like he rolled to be the first player, and he got all 6 slices of colors or whatever they're
Yeah.
called, cheese pie, whatever. He got all of them and
Yeah.
won the game
I won the
before
game in
anybody
one
else had a
turn.
turn.
It's based off. If it was based off the prequels or the newer stuff, I would fail miserably. But Julie got me the shirt. I don't know if y'all can see it.
Yeah, that's cool, man.
Well, lifting people up.
That is cool.
Nice.
Nice.
Really. But,
But- Yeah.
So,
So,
I didn't know you could get Trivial Pursuit. That's just on the OT or the Old Testament
Yeah.
of Star Wars.
we got it at like half price books one day. It was like a random find, like maybe 4 or 5 years ago. But it was one of those things where it was like marked down to be like $3, and we were like,
yeah, so
"Where's it been all of our lives?" It's kind of beat up, but
Oh, that's cool.
it says it's just the classic trilogy.
yep.
So it was. You actually can learn some stuff in there.
Some of the
But-
questions are easy, and some of them are really obscure because
No,
Yeah.
but not hard for Ryan apparently because he can win before anybody else plays. Yeah, we just kind of hung out. Just relaxed.
What about you, Jens?
I did a fun promotion for a local Texan barbecue restaurant.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, I actually saw that. Yeah, I saw that on
Yeah.
Instagram.
Yeah,
we
Smoky
can-
Mo's.
at Smoky Mo's, yeah.
Yeah.
And they have very, very good brisket sandwich.
Oh,
And yeah, they have like 18 stores all around San Antonio and Austin.
Nice.
That's one thing that you gotta love about Jens. I mean, this guy's from Germany, living in Texas, goes into a barbecue restaurant, and he's doing Star Wars promotions in the barbecue restaurant. If that doesn't tell you about your love for Star Wars, I don't know what does. I mean, you're something else. I actually know the owner of Smoky Moe's. It's crazy that he hit up, and boom.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Krieger, is that right?
Say it
Sorry?
again.
Sten Krieger, is that right?
Brian's learning German.
What did you say, Star Wars?
Yeah.
No, good.
Yeah, is it? Let me see. How do you say it?
Oh, you mean Krieg der Sterne?
Okay, let's do
Yeah, it's Krieg der
Oh,
Sterne.
reverse.
Mhm.
Okay. Interesting.
Oh, you mean La Guerra de las Galaxias?
Ooh,
I can't do that. I can't do that.
I can't do either of those things. So
That's hilarious.
Man, that's
All
awesome from Germany. I've been learning German, so
We have all of the Star Wars movies in Germany. In German, we love Rogue One in German the most. So if you haven't watched it,
do they change the sound of Vader's voice? Like, do they like?
yeah.
Oh man,
In each language is different. I saw recently someone showed some of Star Wars in Japanese, and it was actually really awesome.
Yeah. I've seen a little clip somewhere. I don't know
You
if it was
did?
like on TikTok or
It was actually from Obi-Wan.
yeah, and it was in Japanese.
Yes.
I was like, oh man, this is legit.
That was awesome.
But I want to show you guys something that Johnny built. That's like, I mean, it's super impressive, and we just obviously we invited him on. We wanted to have him on, but we want to show this because it's like coincides right now, especially with
Return of the
Return
Jedi.
of the Jedi. Check
Yeah,
this
so
Oh,
real
wow.
quick,
Oh,
before
very cool.
Johnny even says anything, so Johnny was really cool and hit me up on Instagram, and he sent me this stuff and said, "Hey, Michael, I appreciate everything what you're doing and everything." And he sent me this picture, and it was like, "Holy shit!" It's like, sorry for my language, but guys, I mean, this
look at that.
this is not a 3D print. This is all scratch built. Johnny, take it away, man, on what was involved in building this.
Okay. Back in 2008, I was trying to set up something with the. I'm from Hondo, and we have a Christmas parade every year, and we do it with my Star Wars Society of San Antonio. I don't know if you ever heard of that before, but anyway, I wanted to do something different. So me and my friend were trying to figure out what we can do. So I came up with the idea of an ATS team. So he started building him and his uncle started welding the frame, and I started working on the body itself. And we were trying to figure out the height of it and trying to do all these calculations. And finally, I made it to where it's 2.5 scale, which is a little bit more or a little less than half scale. So it stands about, I would say about 11 feet high. It took me about 4.5 months. I put in maybe 500 hours. And this is 2018. Since then, I've gone even further to make it even more screen accurate. Changed a lot of things. I've added lights inside, LEDs. It's really cool. You have to see it in person because I cannot really explain everything that I've done to it.
Yeah,
And
it's just absolutely just blows my. I mean, I was sending this picture, Johnny, out to a lot of the guys, and by the way, everybody, I talked to Johnny about if he could do one of these in a 6 scale, and he's game on. So, can you guys imagine this 6 scale? I know this is a little bit bigger, but I was like, is this 6 scale? Because it could almost be, but it's maybe about 2 feet taller than it would be for a 6 scale.
6 scale is about 5 feet. This stands 11 feet, and it's not half scale. It's 2.5.
Right. So it's a little bit. We talked about that earlier. It's a little bit of a different scale, but you had explained that because you went off of the head size, and then once you got all the legs and everything, that's where you came up with the scale, right?
Right. Correct. Yeah. My
Johnny,
friend wanted to make it bigger, but I was like, no. And we ended up doing the parade, but the head I used in the parade was made out of foam. I didn't use this head. But after that, people started seeing pictures of it on Facebook, and next thing you know, I'm getting invited to Comic Cons, Austin, New Braunfels, Del Rio, even in Harlingen. I got an invitation to Lubbock, but that's 6 hours away, and I don't think I can do that.
Yeah, it's far.
So
this guy's pretty close to me, so it's pretty exciting.
yeah.
Yeah.
Close to me.
Well, Michael and his life size. I mean,
know it's Michael scale. That's
Yeah,
perfect.
yeah. So Johnny doesn't know quite yet, but he's getting ready to. So
oh yeah, Johnny, you're in for a treat with Michael's stuff, man.
yeah, I'm telling you, me and Jens were talking about it earlier, 6 scale, and then we're talking to me about, I was talking to Matt earlier and about Chewy sticking out of the top, and then Izzy has been working on the helmet for it. Just would be amazing.
I did have, and you can probably see them in the picture. I did have 2 ATS drivers in there, and I had one on top.
Oh.
I had this displayed at a
See if I can bring it up in preview real quick.
yeah, in an art gallery in San Antonio, and I did have a guy on top, but having people inside of it, whatever, kind of took away from it, because to me, if it's red inside lights and nobody in there, it makes it look more, I guess, scarier. I guess, I don't know.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I made those 2 guys in there. I had them vacuum form the helmets and whatever. So I had to do I had to learn vacuum forming because there was no way in making the turrets and also the foot pads. So I had to learn all that and then build a vacuum former just to make parts for this.
Yeah.
And Johnny, is that helmet right there? Is that how you did it? It's a vacuum formed and all that, or
No, that's a real helmet I bought off somebody.
Oh, okay, nice.
Yeah,
that's the one.
That's
That's the one I'm missing. I still need an ATST.
Yeah, that's badass.
General Veer.
I don't know if did you guys hear that? I can't remember who told the story. It was in one of those recent Star Wars. I don't know if it was on Disney or what it was on, but they had talked about how they buried this thing on Skywalker Ranch. Did y'all hear about that?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
You had somebody join you, but I'm not sure. I think it looks like Lee, but his name says something else.
Yeah, I can't remember.
It's Lee.
Yeah, our brother Lee.
Hello, Lee.
Great, we're surrounded by Lees.
Okay, so hang on. It's no longer Lee. It's the new Last Samurai.
Japan Lee.
Asshole Cam. Fuck Lee, bro. It's good to see you, dude.
Good to see you guys.
How you doing?
man.
Talking from the 31st floor, so I'm kind of up here right now.
Wow.
Yeah.
You can
So
see
where
me out there.
you're still in Tokyo? Yeah, that's Tokyo.
I'm back in Tokyo. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Lee, tell us how's it going, brother?
Oh, amazing. Amazing.
Yeah.
You shouldn't come here though, Michael, because you will have a fit at the portion size.
Oh, I'd be bitching. Yeah, I was telling. It was you I was talking about because if Gabe only knew, I was like, dude, you were sending me like your entrees of what the food you're eating, and I was like, holy shit, I'd be bitching. The first day out.
You'd be like, mail me a steak now.
Yeah.
There's
Is
no
there
steak or
McDonald's around
pizza.
here? No, but
Yeah.
hey, Lee, do you mind sharing with everybody what I know you've been on Instagram about it, but fantastic. I know when we were talking before you went to Japan, you were saying, hey, I'm looking to get a samurai sword. Everybody that I would think goes to Japan, it's kind of a cool thing because it's like a history. It's like especially in this community, a samurai sword, it's real similar to the lightsaber. And tell us exactly what it is that you picked up.
So I scoped it out. Actually, it's kind of funny. Me and Steve Leeson both found the same shop in Kyoto. It's a really well-known sword shop there. Anyway, I went there, and I mean the sky's the limit, right? Some of the pictures I posted in the group, one of them was $240,000. So I got two of those, and then
That's a lie.
All right.
no, it is a lie. No, I bought. So mine was 300 years old from the Edo period. Yeah, it was an awesome experience.
Let me try to find it. Hold on real quick.
Thanks for
Yeah,
hopping
but-
on, Armando. Man, we got
I
some
don't,
faithful watchers, man. That's cool.
I don't get it for 2 months. It has to go to the Japanese government. They have to do like a background check on it to make sure it's not
This is-
of historical significance.
This is the store, but I don't know if that's.
Oh, I saw these photos.
Okay, that's the one that's $240,000 right there.
Jump.
A lot of zeros.
Yeah. Yen.
But look at that display though, man.
Yeah, that display.
Yeah,
is
that's all I was looking at. It's like, man, I could put some Star Wars shit in there.
Put
That's
some lightsabers in there.
Yeah, I saved these photos because the display, it looks so amazingly well displayed.
I love it.
I wasn't even realizing it was yours. That's awesome.
So that's the new store. That store is actually only been open for 1 day. When we went there, which was a week today. So I went in to see about the sword that was in my price range, and then got that figured out. I was going to put a deposit because I wanted to go home first to make sure my credit card wasn't going to get declined while I was there. That would have sucked, you know. So I went back, we went to that new store and looked at all of that, and we're just like,
Oh, sorry.
well,
That's your
that's
video.
that's my music that needs to play. That's my background music.
I don't know. Hold on. I'm trying to turn it off.
What's the
So-
yen dollar?
We went back the following day, and then I purchased it. But they already had it packed up and everything for me. But I had them take the handle off so I could see like all the writing and on it. Not that I knew what it was. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, I'll get it in 2 months. I'm figuring out how to display it now.
Lee, let me ask you something on a serious note. Me and you always joke back and forth, but is it a humbling experience? What's it like when you, so obviously seeing like going into Tokyo and seeing all these different places, but when you go into somewhere like that and somebody, you know, just so everybody knows, I mean, if I can tell everybody, you purchased a 300-year-old sword.
Yeah,
So what's it like going into a place like that and meeting like the owners of that place and like how they acquired a 300-year-old sword? What's involved? with that?
Well, it was. I didn't ask the background of it. Like I said, I know it's a very legit store.
Yeah.
And the most expensive old one they had there, I mean, that was at least, let's see, 5 times of what I paid for mine.
Right.
So, I mean, they take it out. They got a table there. They kind of present it all to you, you know. But it was cool because I've watched so many videos on this place. To be stood in there and going through that process was really cool.
And we're not going to discuss the price.
Michael, you're asking how it is. Look, it's in his blood to take other people's culture and put it back, bring it to another country. It's in his blood. He's British.
I know.
But did you leave a little flag there?
So we're not. Hey, so
I always,
hey, listen.
I always joke around with Lee.
And you're canceled. I'm just kidding.
No, but seriously though, what's and we're not going to talk about price at all. But what's it like, Lee? I mean, what's it feel? I mean, did you get the background for? I mean, bro, 300. It's one thing. Like this is a 90-year-old. No, dude, it's a 300-year-old sword. So what goes into? I mean, do you get a history of the background of
so
when?
It comes with all the paperwork. So like I said, it has to go to the Japanese government.
Right.
So they can make sure it's not of historical importance, so it's allowed to leave the country. So my question, I said to the guy, I said, well, what happens if it is of historical importance? Are you going to give me $1 million? Because that's what I want.
Yeah, exactly.
But I'm sure it's not. But it's crazy to think that was once owned by a samurai.
Yeah,
It's
it's
insane.
crazy. Their hair. I mean, they're very serious about that, and that's
Yeah.
what I've so respected about that culture. You
Oh,
know.
it's so out of all of it. So we've been to Kyoto, Osaka. We went to a real cool place yesterday, Kamakura it was called, and then obviously Tokyo. But honestly, for me, like Tokyo was insane, right? It's all futuristic. I prefer the old places like Kyoto. Osaka's cool because it's like a lot of street food. They call that the kitchen of Japan. But,
Did you do Mount Fuji?
What's that?
Did you do Mount Fuji?
We went to Mount Fuji. Yeah, I didn't climb it though. We've been walking about 8 to 10 miles a day.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just asking. I know there's a lot of people over there, but did you by chance run into Daniel LaRusso's girlfriend?
Well, the crazy thing is that she's in Okinawa, by the way.
Yeah.
There's a Comic-Con. We left Osaka on Monday, and there was a Comic-Con there on Friday. One of my friends, Michael Rooker's agent, she posted that she was in Osaka. I was like, shit, I just missed you by 2 days.
That's funny.
Wow.
So
hey, Lee, let me ask you.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry to cut you off. So Star Wars Celebration is going to be our next Star Wars Celebration is going to be in Japan. Are you going to be there?
Absolutely.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean we've talked about it. So I would honestly, if whoever ends up going, I would recommend doing the Kyoto part of it and then coming back to Tokyo for the show. Honestly, because it's crazy. So the first day we got Kyoto, we're walking down the street. There's girls in what the hell they call kimonos walking down the street, and then geisha girls walking down the street. It's like this. I felt like he was back in time. I mean, that's how they live. Like it's like they're frozen in time there, and all the architecture, beautiful, man.
Man, that's really cool. Jens, are you going to go to Japan or what?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Come
too
on,
far.
Jens.
What about you, Ryan? Jules, do you guys think y'all make the trip?
I lived there for a year and a half in 2000.
Oh, really?
Well,
Yeah.
you lived there in the military. That's a different experience.
Yeah,
but-
it is. Yeah, it's wonderful. But yeah, the beaches were beautiful. It's pretty much the same. I mean, the food. I'll tell you one thing: the food at McDonald's actually looks like the picture.
All right.
Yeah.
They give you a little carton of fries that's about this wide. Maybe got 10 in there.
Sounds like a
And it's-
healthier
yeah.
That's hilarious because that's where I'd be living. Lee's sending me pictures of this
They're like
pizza with
$3.35.
shrimp and like dead bodies and shit in it. And
I
I'm like,
actually did find a restaurant for you yesterday, Michael. So right here, I don't know whether you guys can see. So that green roof building there, that's where all the sumo wrestling, like that's the main arena for the.
What are you
for
trying to
Tokyo.
say? Whoa.
So
Lee.
no.
What are you trying to say?
So right next to it, there's a restaurant that's all for these sumo guys.
Does it feed the sumo wrestlers?
Yes, and the portions. I
Is
mean,
that
the
what you're
bowls
getting
of
at?
food are like this. So
I like
that's
to
the
remind
place-
you that you led with, "Hey, Michael, I found a restaurant for you."
well,
They
That's
serve
only
studio
because
scale portions.
all the rest of the portions are like this, but these things, I mean, these guys are eating thousands and thousands of calories.
oh, that's crazy.
So I did find somewhere that had Texas-sized portions for you.
Okay. Hey, Johnny, just so you know, you're new on the channel. I'm very particular about my food. You know what I mean? And Gabe will tell you, Lee will tell you, I cry like a little baby if it's not what I want, but I'm okay with it. But it's okay.
He's
It's like,
bougie.
yeah, you sent me this picture of this pizza, and what did it have on it?
It was smoked salmon pizza. It was so good.
yeah. Screw that. Yeah.
No,
I was
no way.
Send that over here.
Yeah.
That's great.
I'm sorry, Robin.
Yeah.
You're not going to see that at the dark side. Brick Oven Pizza.
They also had a mice. It said mice, M-I-C-E. Now,
Oh, shit,
didn't
I
Google
believe it.
to see if that actually was a mouse. I don't know. But
Pass.
Well,
Did
it's
you
probably
eat
not
it?
a mouse. If it says mice, that's more
No.
than one mouse.
Right.
So
There were
really?
several.
You were smart.
Apparently, there were several.
Texas-sized
Okay,
portion
okay.
of mice.
You
Hey,
need more
asshole
than
Cam.
pizza.
To the asshole Kim, did you eat the mice?
No, I
Okay.
had the smoked salmon pizza. Michael.
Okay. Okay. Because there's no way. Bro.
Hey, maybe
I would. That is one way that Star Killer could lose some weight if I go over there, man. Because
you also got to remember, maybe that's what they're like. They meant like corn, right? Like Mexican corn. It's mice. Like that's how
Oh,
you
it could
spell it.
be.
Yep.
Sure.
Could well be. But it
never heard
looked
of
like these.
Oh,
So
with
on the
this-
pictures, it just seemed this like big, like 4 or 5 brown things. I was like, I
Oh,
don't
okay.
know
So,
what that is.
so yeah, so it's that kind of mice.
Yeah, I didn't care to ask because I didn't want to know the answer in case it was.
Yeah, it's okay.
But
We're-
yeah, this is the set. Like the good thing is I've kind of done a little bit of groundwork. So if we all come here for 25, I can put a decent itinerary together, you know. So
yeah. We're planning to go for sure. Take the kids and everything, so we can go to like Tokyo Disney and all that, and like
well, we
Hello
was
Kitty
we was
World.
gonna do that today, but it's raining.
Oh, yeah. How's the weather been most of the time? Kind of like that.
We've had 3. No, yesterday was beautiful, but this will be our 4th rainy day in 2 weeks. We've been here 2 weeks today. Yeah, another week to go.
Yeah.
So,
wow, that's crazy.
Cool.
Good for you, dude. Well, that's awesome, man.
Well,
So
As
you got
long-
some good ideas on how you want to display some stuff when you get back?
Oh, I'm selling everything. I'm gonna get all this samurai shit now.
Oh,
Yeah. Armando's asking if you got engaged.
Engaged? Did I get engaged in Japan?
I don't know.
It is a beautiful country. I mean, the West could learn a lot from here for sure. The
Sure.
crazy thing is, it's spotless, and there's no trash cans anyway. It's crazy.
I remember
Everybody
you
takes
saying
the
that.
trash home with it. Yeah, they take the trash home with them.
They got the textured sidewalks for blind people too.
Yep.
So
And
they know-
everything is so purposeful, right?
Mhm.
It's,
yeah.
yeah,
Very.
it's very cool. The subway system is nuts. We've only got on 4 wrong trains in 2 weeks, so that's pretty impressive.
We got really tiny roads though. Really tiny roads. I used to drive LBSs, Humvees, and 5 tons. And driving on their roads, I mean, your wheels are touching the lines. They're like over the
Oh,
line.
yeah.
It's like
Well, the
Yeah.
vehicles are like micro machines, right? I saw a fire truck and I couldn't grab a picture of it quick enough. It was like 3/4 the size of the fire trucks that I'm used to running. I mean, I couldn't believe it.
Wow.
It's spoilers on all the cars too. Some of the cars look
Oh.
like a nightclub. With fish
That's
tanks, seats and stuff.
Yeah, it's a cool place. But yeah, I'm definitely up for coming back and kind of doing that trip with everybody. I think that'll be really fun. I mean, yeah.
Very, very
So
cool.
Michael,
I'm
we
listening.
we will vacuum form a bunch of steaks and ship them over prior to you getting here.
That's what we'll have to do, bro.
Otherwise, me and Gabe are gonna have to deal with your meltdowns again.
That's exactly right. Hey,
Every time he melts down, you just take a shot, and then you won't notice.
Exactly, Robin. Robin knows what's up. So yeah, that ain't happening.
They
dude.
do have Wagyu, so you can find good beef there.
Yeah, I was gonna
Yeah,
say.
but it's this big.
Well,
Yeah,
just get
Michael likes steaks the size of dinner plates.
I'm a big boy. You know, but the thing is, it's like, how do you know if you're not eating a cat or something? Yeah.
You don't. I'm just kidding.
Thanks, Robin. I ain't going.
No, I'm sorry. It's fine. Go ahead.
I don't think they
Okay.
have Wagyu cat, so I think.
Robin,
you're
have you
right.
been? Or you just
No,
talking?
no, I'm just
Wagyu.
mindlessly giving you advice.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
We love food though. I just have not been to the Orient.
They eat dogs in Korea. In Korea,
Great.
Yeah, yeah,
Hey, thanks,
yeah.
Ryan. Appreciate that, dude.
Yeah.
no, I mean they actually did.
No, I know.
Yeah.
Well, but just look at it. It's all about perspective. If some of their reaction to some of the foods that we eat,
Sure,
they would be
equally,
afraid.
you know,
yeah.
and I mean, and all the stuff they put in our foods, and I mean, it's
Yep.
so it's all about perspective.
food in Japan is amazing though. I haven't found
Oh, I
anything
love it. Oh, yeah.
close.
If
It
you
is
like
good.
seafood, like you're in for a treat because like everything is kind of seafoody, which was to my detriment because seafood and I don't really get along. And I went when I was 18 and I was hungry a lot, but it was a learning experience. I tried a lot of new things, but if you
What's
like
crazy is the 7-Eleven food, right?
what's that?
What?
The food at 7-Eleven is so good.
Yeah.
Jeez.
At
Hey,
Lawson
Zombie Hunter.
and
Zombie Hunter
Honest-
just got my deal. You know what's up.
Michael, honestly, you wouldn't believe it. Like the food that's in 7-Eleven is legit.
Is it?
Yeah,
That's the big thing over there, right?
yeah, it's
All the-
huge. 7-Eleven.
Wasn't it? I remember I was telling you about that like I saw some like little mini documentary about that, about the 7-Eleven like explosion and how it was like some Japanese businessman that came over, and then eventually they grew so much in Japan that they ended up just buying out 7-Eleven. So I think they like the owners are like Japanese, like of all of 7-Elevens, like even the United States ones, right? I mean, obviously there's franchises, but like the corporate is owned by like Japanese businessmen.
Yeah, it's so good, the food there. I mean, and it costs nothing. I mean, like we have one in our hotel. We just go down and grab a snack for breakfast, you know.
Yeah, they said that like the I guess like how condensed it is. There's like how we see a Starbucks like every, you know, however many, you know, a mile. Over there, it's like every other block or something ridiculous.
Oh, yeah.
So
Well,
condensed that
there's
7-Elevens are like everywhere.
Yeah, there's three main ones. What 7-Eleven, Lawson, and Family Mart, I think it's called. Those are the three.
How's it getting around in English? Is it pretty easy?
Well, you can use Google Maps, like it'll tell you everything.
Yeah.
It's
But I mean,
a lot
like interpreting,
easier
talking to
now.
people and stuff. Are there a lot of people there that speak English or not really?
Yes and no. I mean,
I
very
understand.
little.
Yeah.
I mean, it's on the trains is strange because people don't speak on the train, and you don't eat when you're walking. You have to go to like a little area to sit down to eat. They don't.
That blows me away. I can't believe that.
Yeah.
They didn't do that in Big Trouble in Little Chinatown. But hey, seriously, let me ask you
Different
something.
country, Mike.
Hey, so
Don't take him there. I just don't think.
hey, so Lee, you got to go. So Armando was asking if you got to check out any of the collectible places. I was asking, have you been to
did
Hot
you buy
Toys yet? Have you been to Hot
Yeah,
Toys?
I went to Hot Toys. I was like a block away from there, and I text Matt because
What the hell, dude? I didn't get that one.
So, well, let me finish.
All right, go ahead.
So he's like, oh, I'm on break at work. I was like, oh, perfect. So I video called him. So I'm talking to him like this, and then I flipped the camera and I said, I'm at your Mecca, bro. So I walked him all the way through the store like he was there.
Cool. Anything cool
So-
that you saw that?
Was the TIE Fighter or the Millennium Falcon there?
Mm-mm, no.
Wow.
They had a lot of stuff from Queen Studios, Iron Studios was in there.
Wow.
That kind of threw me off. I wasn't expecting that, but
Wow.
it was cool. I went there. I'm not a Hot Toys guy, right? But Matt is, so that's why I
Yeah,
went
that's
there.
cool.
I paid homage for Matt.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah. I went to the Prime One place. That was shocking. That was so bad. They had like 5 statues in there. I
Wow.
was really disappointed. Like I've seen them, they have better displays at the con. But I mean, it wasn't even a display.
Man, that's so cool to hear that you went and visited, and you went to Tamiya. You got to see Tamiya.
That was cool.
So
that was
cool.
like 7 floors of model kit stuff.
That was awesome that you shared with me.
nuts.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's awesome
Yeah,
that
it's-
you're seeing all those things, you know. And you're
Yeah,
hitting
we're going to
people up.
see
They're,
that.
they're all wearing Collection Wars stickers, and you're awesome, Lee.
Yeah, I've been splatting them around the city in Tokyo. When I
Yeah.
find a wall that they got stickers on, I'm like,
They're like, who's this fucking guy?
wow, what What you guys need to do for the next ones is to put a QR code on it so that they can scan it and it'll take them straight to the show.
Right.
And they'll be
Yeah,
forced to confront this now.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's right.
They click on it and they're like, well, they didn't do that in China. What did you say? In
Big Trouble in Little China.
Big Trouble.
Big Trouble in Little China.
I'm thinking to see Jack Burton in Japan.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
that's a great movie. Yeah, but it's
Well,
it's
thanks
an
for
amazing
sharing all that
place.
stuff, Lee. It's really cool, man. I can't wait to hear the details when you get back to the States, bro.
Lee, did you go to a pet cafe?
What the hell is
We
that?
went to a cat cafe, and next to our hotel they had an owl cafe, but it didn't open in time. We was gonna go the last
Okay,
day.
whoa.
Owl
What
cafe?
the fuck is that?
You pick the animal that
What?
goes in your pastry.
Huh?
Exactly.
Yeah,
what
he's
I'm
not
saying,
allowed to go
Michael.
there either.
It's a cafe that has owls. I mean, there was owls in the window. You could see them. They're like this big. They're huge.
But they're just for display. You don't eat them.
No.
You're not. Oh,
No, you
okay.
don't eat
Okay.
cats.
So the cat cafe,
No.
you eat the cats.
The cat
No.
cafe, you go in there and it's like a relaxation thing. You could stroke these cats, but they were all dicks. All
Hey,
of them.
easy with the stroke word. Okay. Hey. Speaking of cat, Lee, 3 weeks, bro. How's who's taking care of your cat?
Oh, I just left it up to it's gonna make its way through it.
It's
Oh my!
instinct.
What did you do? Just put a big ass litter box and say good luck?
I just cut the top off the bag and said, "See you in 3 weeks." No, I didn't. My friend, she's looking after her for me.
Okay, very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
So,
Very cool. So moving on. Hey Lee, thanks for sharing that stuff. So
no problem.
So hey Jens, I know you were recently on the Spice Runners Lounge, hanging out with our old boys, Izzy and Felipe, and going over some 6 scale stuff. Anything new that you haven't shown yet?
Oh yeah, I got something new. You can see it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Those are the ones you sent me? Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe we should.
So can you explain what those are? When you sent me the pictures, I wasn't quite sure. Is that from the Clone Wars?
So this one.
On my phone, I can't see.
Yeah, maybe we can share it on the screen.
Hold on. Let me open them up so I can share them one by one. Hold on.
Very, very cool.
You have to make them big, Gabe. I'm on my phone. I can't see.
Yeah, no, I gotta just open them up.
Lee likes them big, right, Lee? Anyway, so we're gonna keep our. It's hey Lee, look at me. It's this. I just wish I had one. More. I said one more.
There we go.
Oh wow, that's cool, dude. Hell yeah.
Yeah. So this is one of my latest pieces, one of my latest commissions. And I did this for George from the Hyperdrive. And it's the Bo-Katan throne. And it was seen in the latest episode of the latest season of The Mandalorian. And it's a 6 scale. And that piece, it's about 26 inches tall.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's very cool, man.
Thanks.
Yeah, that is.
That's really cool. Good job, dude.
Thank you.
We need that life size now.
Yeah.
All right.
What materials did you use?
So this is 3D printed, and I covered it with spackling, and I made a texture, and it looks very legit with the texture, and you can't even tell that it's a 3D print, so you don't see any printing lines anymore.
Right.
Did you even have to stand it very
Don't give all
much?
your secrets away, bro.
And the seat I covered with fabric.
Yeah.
Jens, is the texture in the print or did you add it?
No, I added it. It's all
Yes.
Yeah, it looks good.
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
It's
Yeah,
Did you
so,
use like baking soda or something? Oh, I know you can use
um,
baking soda or spackle even gives a good print.
Spackling.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have never thought of that.
Very cool.
Yep.
Nice.
Well, here's
Yeah, that was the. I took Yucatan with me for a snack.
yeah.
Is that?
Easy, Michael.
yeah,
I know where your
Jens.
mind went.
Hey Jens, were customers walking in thinking, "What the?"
Oh yeah, man, I tell you, they loved it, man.
Oh, I
Everybody.
bet. Is that your helmet?
Yeah, it's my helmet.
That's cool, dude. That's
We took a couple shots, and yeah, so I shared this one with you.
Jens is like, "Hurry up!"
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Oh, it was fun. Yeah.
That's cool.
All right, guys, I'm gonna bounce. I'm gonna go
All
and
right,
see
Lee.
my
All
kiddo.
right. Have a good one.
Hey,
Nice to see you.
All right, guys.
Good meeting you,
Lee,
man.
thank you so much, bro, for your time, man.
Later, Mo.
No worries, guys. Take it easy. I'll see you in a couple of weeks.
Yep,
See you,
sounds
buddy.
good, buddy.
All right, see ya. Bye bye.
Okay, bye.
Yeah.
Cool.
So this one is the Lubricant Land Speeder that we made a
Yeah.
collection was exclusive.
Yeah.
And this is like the latest one that I did, and it was for David Woodrow.
Yeah.
And I shared also a video on my YouTube channel on this one. And this picture was taken by David and turned out really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does look nice.
Yeah.
And wasn't that the logo that's on there, the red logo type? Wasn't that also on one of the droids in A New Hope at the droid auction with the Jawas?
Oh, the big gray one, like the
Yes.
big looking gray one. Yeah. Now that you say that,
Yeah, maybe. I've never.
see, I'm gonna see if I could pull it up.
Yeah.
Because I'd seen that before, and I love the logos, and I think
Yeah.
that's
Me too, man.
Let me see if I can find it. But yeah, I think you're right. That's now that you mentioned that, I'm like, oh yeah.
because I wonder what the meaning is behind that. I don't know if they created it or if.
So the meaning.
Oh, it kind of looks like it. Let me bring it up.
It's so beautiful, Jens.
Thank you. Yeah, this was an exclusive, and it was limited to 10 pieces, and they're sold out now. So Matt Hess was lucky to have like the last one of it.
Right.
Yeah.
Johnny, what do you think about this stuff? It's pretty cool on the 6 scale.
Oh, yes. Is it 3D printed or you made it? How'd you make this?
Yes, this is a 3D printed, and I customized it. Yeah. So
Man, you can't even tell.
thank you. Yeah, that's what I
Yeah.
tried. That you can't tell that it's a 3D print anymore, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And also big props to you, Johnny. The pieces
thank you.
amazing that you did, and also your painting style, your weathering, that is kick ass, man. Like, I love it, man.
No, thank you. Yeah, I
And
had
you
a
have
little
to do
help.
some-
I had a little help. My daughter knows how to use the airbrush pretty good.
Yeah,
That's awesome,
That's
man.
awesome, man.
That's
I never-
really cool that she's involved with you that way.
Oh yeah.
That is cool. I never tried any airbrush, so
Mhm.
all my paints is with acrylic.
Yeah, that's how I am, Jens. I want so bad to learn
Yeah.
airbrush, but I
Oh,
have.
there you go.
Oh, okay.
So you could kind of see it. Yeah.
So it's a bit different, but yeah,
Little
it
bit.
reminded me of that.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
yeah,
I,
absolutely.
A
I've
good
heard-
eye though.
like on Etsy this week, that was like a bunch of the different Star Wars languages in like SVG form or something. And one of the things that came along with it was droid speak language, and the shapes that are in both of the droids that we just saw look really similar. So I wonder if there's some way to like combine different letters to make something mean something bigger. Like I don't know much about the language, obviously, because I've seen it for the first time. But
If you want, message us and I'll tell you. I think it's Eric Fonts or something. There's a guy that has done amazing font libraries for all the Star Wars stuff. Only in the last couple of, maybe the last year and a half, and it's all free.
that's awesome.
That's cool.
So up until now, the people that have done it, and there's one person that was quite
Oh.
famous, but he had passed away, and his wife continued to offer the fonts. They were free,
Oh.
but they didn't allow commercial use.
Mm.
So someone in the last year redid them in his own style but still accurate, and also offered like 6 new or 10 new fonts. But they allow for commercial use, which I know you would appreciate. So
Yeah.
anything you want to make.
So Jens, is this like, are you using like a brush, or is this
Yeah,
you said you used your airbrush.
Oh, sorry.
Is
yeah,
it or do you ever use like pastels or anything like that?
no, that's all painted with a brush, and yeah, as I said, I use acrylics, and with the time I have some skills, you know.
Yeah, it looks really nice.
So that's the fun part, the weathering, you know.
Yeah, of course.
And again, I think it's, and obviously you could see it here because Jens is holding it, but like, because I have one, and I mean, it's big, right? I mean, it's definitely bigger than like a basketball, right? It's like, you know, it's a good size. So it's impressive when you see it. You're like, oh, this is cool.
Yeah, and
For sure.
it has also an interior, so you can remove the lid, and
Oh, really?
you can actually display a 6-scale figure inside, and it has also some LED blinking lights, and
Nice.
yeah, some decals in the cockpit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks great, Jens. Good job.
That's really cool.
Thanks, man.
And then this is cool. This, you just
that
finish that up.
Mhm.
that's perfect for the anniversary, 40 years, Return of the Jedi.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is also one of the latest pieces that I did.
That's
here
really really well done.
Yeah, thank you. And here I loaded it on my truck, and you can have an idea about the size.
How did you build this thing? Is this 3D printed?
No, this is made out of foam board.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, that's all scratch built.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So only 3D prints is like the vents that you see in the back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, these are 3D prints, and the rest of it is all foam board. Yeah.
Oh, that looks cool.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this is the one that you have, right, Michael?
Yes, exactly. This one's like the new version. There's a little bit of change, but not many people would know that change.
Yeah.
But yeah, of course we've got a whole diorama all around that piece right there. But
I shared that video of your diorama yesterday, and it's absolutely amazing what we created.
oh man, I can't wait to show it in the restaurant.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Have you thought of adding
I love
that
it.
that snail or that slug thing that's like on the ceiling?
Oh, that weird thing on the
Yeah.
What is that? I don't know what that
the
is.
tongue. It's like has like a weird tongue that is just going.
Yeah.
You can see it when. Go ahead.
Yeah, I know what you mean, and I got this one, but actually I don't like it. So
Yeah. It's kind of funny looking, but yeah.
yeah, so it would bother me.
Okay, I got it.
And then you got Darth. This is Darth. Well, technically Darth Maul's, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, this was seen in the Clone Wars,
Right.
the Mandalore throne, and yeah. So first I started only with the chair, and now I did an extension. Added these 2 other stairs and also the back, like this back wall backdrop. Yeah, and in this picture you can see that it has also lightning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got some LEDs in there on the bottom?
Yes, it's LEDs, right? Yeah.
Nice.
And it's by USB.
Yeah, that's badass.
Yeah. Thank you. So, which one would you prefer, Michael? Left or right?
Honestly, even though there's more details, I think in the right one, I think I still like the left one just because of what I've seen.
Yeah. So you are one of the 2%.
Yeah, yeah. You saw my post. I was like, because have you seen that interview, Michael? So there's a video going around.
I haven't.
With
Oh geez.
yeah,
Michael's gonna be the last one to see it.
Katie Sackhoff. She's doing an interview and she's talking about Bo-Katan, and she's like breaking it down, and she's like, like 40% of people, they love Bo-Katan, 20%, like
Oh yeah,
whatever.
that
Hater.
2% sitting on her face.
Yeah, the 2%.
Yeah, I was like the 2%, but I
Yeah.
don't. But I asked Jens is the 2%. Sorry, Robin's on the show. No, but I don't know.
Right. So then I shared his post today, and I was like, "Are you in the 2%? Because if you do, you need to get this. This is really cool." Yeah, but honestly, Jens, I would get this as a pair. I mean, I don't think I would pick, right? Because it almost goes kind of hand in hand, like the ruler of like Mandalore, right? Because
Yeah, you're absolutely right, and also the size and everything. Yeah, it matches together very, very good. Yeah.
For what it's worth, I like the bow throne on the left better too.
I do too.
I love Imperial, but I've never really cared as much for the Sith style, and the other throne looks very Sith inspired.
I like it. I like the red one.
Bo-Katan's looks nice. You could like lounge in that thing.
Yeah,
The other
yeah.
one, I'd probably have back. My sciatic would kick in real.
so they
That's hilarious.
so they had a
Honestly,
replica.
I got one person on my side.
I had a life-size replica of it at Disneyland because I went for May the 4th. I went to the Disneyland, the Disney, or what is it called, Star Wars night,
Yeah.
and they had like a life-size one that you could sit, but the line was just insane. I was like, no, I'm not gonna wait.
The
45
Bo-Katan one?
Yeah, they had the Bo-Katan one. Yeah,
Oh,
Wow.
no way. Cool.
yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Could you at least see it, Gabe?
The what?
Could you at least see it from wherever you were? Or?
Yeah, I don't know why I didn't take pictures of it. I honestly, like, it started raining on us towards the end of the night, so it kind of just ruined the night. Like, couldn't really do much. Like, they stopped doing a lot of the meet and greets and stuff.
Sure.
So it was kind of a bummer. Let me see if I could bring up some of the pictures.
Yeah, Julie and I were there one time. There was like a torrential downpour, and the streets just cleared in like 2 seconds.
Yeah, but we're from Seattle, so rain
We're
doesn't
kinda-
scare us at all.
We're like,
Yeah,
where
it's
did
not
we
good.
go?
Me too. Yeah.
Hey, a couple things real quick. So to Star Wars Stuff podcast. So me and Jens were talking earlier about going the next level and actually building the surroundings around Bo-Katan, right, Jens?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
It's just nothing but time, right? And to General Kenobi's bunker, bro, hit me up right now. Just want to let you know that I know it's last minute, but tomorrow I'm open. So if you want to swing out, we're good to go. So just want to let you know that. So
yeah, sounds
If
good.
you like the all the surroundings of Bo-Katan's castle, when they were walking in, there was an error when they were panning through the pillars. And
yeah, and the
time I
ocean in
watched
the
it-
background.
No. One of the pillars itself, the way they swept it swept. They did like a hidden seam as it went in front of the camera. So I paused it and went back and made Robin watch it the first time we were watching. So I'll find that and show it to you.
You made me watch that a few times.
You guys are all looking in the details, huh?
These are the only pictures that I ended up taking from that night. Here, I'll bring them up. There's some pretty cool ones. It's rare that they have a C3PO, and this time around they had C3PO. And Disney did it kind of cool this time because there was a lot of walkthrough experiences, right? Where you didn't have to like actually sit there and like, wait in line for it. So they actually had like,
Cool.
yeah, they had like a C3PO there, like greeting people, and like it was a guy in a costume, but it was kind of cool. It was dark, so it was hard to get them.
That
good
first
light.
photo looks great. What was the first one again?
Yeah,
Yeah, that one looks really good.
Yeah.
I think I caught maybe someone's flash or something. So
Right. And that's where they have the 3 speeders, right?
yeah, that's
Yes.
exactly.
I know where that is. Okay. Cool.
Yeah, I know where you're at.
And then they had this giant thing, which looks like the one that that Regal did for Celebration.
Roma, huh?
Right? But I don't know. And then my wife and I, with R2, we
Oh, she went in costume.
Yeah,
with
so
you?
look, guys.
I'll
I just
play it.
feel like- He's all switching. No. Let's
Oh
go.
no!
back.
Yeah. What are you
No,
talking
no,
about?
no,
It was a jacket. It was a jacket.
Hey, look. Hey,
It was
are you
raining. We
ashamed?
needed ponchos. We were wearing ponchos.
no, dude. You were cosplaying, and there's nothing wrong with cosplaying. Bro. So look, let's go back, Gabe.
All right,
They,
all
they
right.
call it.
Here
They
we
call
go. Hey, but
That's
look,
awesome.
hey, that's so cool, dude. Good for you guys.
It's not
I don't know about
cosplaying.
the
I'm
red
wearing
shoes,
jeans.
Gabe,
It's
but
jeans and red shoes. Look at I got my Nikes on. My wife's got those weird Crocs
Just
things.
use
on.
some of these
I'm pretty
now.
sure it's a very deep
Yeah,
That was
background
very good when I'm
character.
putting my hand in here, but use some of these poker ponchos.
Yeah, it's just ponchos. It was raining, guys. It was not. It was not cosplay. Okay.
You're just a
Although
couple
I
of
was looking
shoelaces
for a
away
black
from joining
glove.
the Rebel Legion.
Yeah,
I love
I was
you.
looking for the black glove so I could be
I love you so much, Gabe, dude.
next level. Then
I think
if I was
in
wearing
Texas we would say, "Bless your heart."
if I was wearing the right glove, then they would be cosplay. But this is just a poncho, just a jacket. It was raining.
He's got the
guys.
black shirt
It's
on.
it's
He's
the
got-
shoes. He didn't
yeah.
have any traction.
Yeah, he's got the belt
Exactly.
on, not just the poncho.
Yeah,
But
you
yeah,
do
no.
the writing
The,
boots.
the belt came with a poncho. Okay, just
And,
part
and
of it.
did the phone come with the data pad?
No, that's my pass. That's like the
Yeah.
little badge. that
He's
they-
jealous. Don't let him rip on it. He's jealous.
Yeah.
Oh damn.
Although this one's extra. I was like, all right, we're gonna point over
okay.
there and look over there.
So what are y'all pointing at?
I love the Rommel commanding his forces pose. You know,
Oh man, for sure.
yeah.
Andy is so awesome, Gabe, dude. To
Trust
you know
me,
hang out
that
with
was-
you and do that. you
Look,
know? Seriously.
even that, right? Like because I wasn't. We weren't gonna do anything like that. Like I was literally just gonna wear a hoodie or whatever. But earlier that day,
Gabe
I
almost
bought
said
that-
cosplay.
I know. I almost said it. No, it's not
You're getting kicked out. That's for sure.
It's not cosplay.
Okay,
I
but
had
Gabe,
the glove.
if you just had Jules' hat,
noticed.
I mean, look, she's game on. You know, she's
Oh,
ready.
see that? I needed that. If,
Pain, we're ready. Sort of.
yeah, see, if we had that, then it would be cosplay. But it wasn't, Michael.
No.
No, but it was fun. It was, I mean, you know, we were
Hey,
at
I'm not
Disneyland
gonna get.
and
I'm not gonna get weird. I swear. That
We
Robin
passed
says-
then, okay?
This is nothing sexist, but there's just
He's not-
something
he
about
hasn't
a
seen
girl
that movie.
dressing up in Star Wars stuff. I mean, it's pretty awesome, dude. I like it.
I agree.
Oh, man.
No,
I'm
yeah.
just being real, dude. I mean, I don't know I don't know one human being male that could see a girl dressed up in a stormtrooper outfit or any type of 501st and not be like,
Stormtrooper.
that's pretty damn cool, you know?
Michael,
Hey.
you mean you have not tried on the Biker Scout?
Dude, I haven't, and I swear I haven't. Number one, I couldn't. My
believe
big
you.
ass couldn't fit in it. But number two, it's the funny thing about it is Lee, of course, was like, dude, you got to get Denise to dress up in that thing, you know. And she was like, I don't want to do that. And then she was like, yeah, maybe, but we didn't do it. But I thought that would have seriously been cool to, get her to dress up in that and put her on the speeder bike.
So,
But we-
Michael, I have a surprise if you're interested.
oh damn.
Okay. Well, I just thought
I'm
of this.
surprised too. I don't know what he's
So
gonna
I
say.
actually
No.
have an extra biker. I have an extra Biker Scout jumpsuit in XL. So if you want to try it on when we come down, you can put on all your armor
Yeah.
and you can get a photo in it.
You totally should, Michael.
Oh really, Gabe?
Yeah.
Then you'll be as cool as Gabe.
Oh,
No, no, no. I wasn't cosplaying, so I'm
Yeah.
not cool. So I mean, maybe at the grand opening of the restaurant, maybe
Yeah,
I'll put on the right
I'll be
glove.
straight up. Hey Jens, would you do it? Would you
Look
dress
at-
up in a
Look
costume?
at far from.
I think that looked pretty cool, man.
I mean, like when Benjamin and Robin dress up. I mean, it's legit, right?
Yeah.
But you got to have the body type for it. You can't have some big fat bastard like me dressed up in a biker scout outfit.
What's really
I came home and Julia was wearing the
that's why
stormtrooper.
you don't have to tell us.
No.
She was
Julie's like, no.
Oh, hey,
No.
dude, that's
I
bad.
gotta,
Now,
I
now
gotta
we're
be
talking.
somewhere now.
Hey,
She
don't
was
get me
wearing
wrong, dude. If I came home from working at the dark side and I walk in the door and Denise is dressed up in that biker scout outfit, come on, dude. I'm like, hey,
Oh,
let's
she
let's
had
get on.
the stormtrooper helmet on, but she was chopping shallots. And she's like, "This is the only thing we had in the house. These things are horrible. My eyes are on fire."
I was
She
like,
chopping shallots with the helmet on. It was.
Should I go get the binders? And
pretty well.
That's so awesome. That's so cool. And hey, so on a serious note, so Johnny, you're part of the 501st, right? You're a biker scout, is that right? You dress up.
Biker Scout and Snow Trooper.
oh,
Very
awesome!
cool.
Yeah.
Thank
Snow
you,
Trooper in
Eric. I
Texas,
appreciate
that's-
that.
Snow Trooper Commander or the standard stormtroopers?
The regular Snow Trooper.
Yeah, that's a hot costume for different times of the year in Texas.
It's all wool. Yeah.
Well,
Hey,
actually, it's polyester. I went polyesters. That way it wouldn't be so hot.
Okay, that helps.
Yeah.
Sean, you're just being a dick right now.
I saw it. It's pretty funny.
Oh God, I love you, Sean, but damn. Yeah. But hey, Gabe, Gabe, that's what he told me yesterday when he sent that. And I thought, that's so cool because it was him and Andy. But he's like, it was a poncho, it was raining.
Yeah.
Because I gave Joseph so much shit for him and his wife and half, to wear a Star Trek outfit, you got to be pretty,
Committed.
Yeah, you can't be hanging out everywhere, and she wore it right, it was good. Yeah, and actually Joseph freaking looked good.
Joseph pulls it off. Yeah.
Yeah.
We love Joseph though.
I want to show a quick picture and give a shout out to Eric because I got to meet him at the park. This is Eric right here. Yeah. So he's the one who's vouching for me there. That was just regular clothes, guys. Come on. But it was great. It was great running into him, meeting him.
Well, Gabe, you couldn't wear it in
words since the beginning, so it's really cool.
Very cool, Eric. Thanks for and this is like one of his first times because he said he'd never chimed in very often, right?
Right.
Yeah, thank you, Eric. It's good to see you, man.
Yeah,
I'm glad you walked up to Gabe.
Yeah. Let me see what else. Oh, I gotta show you guys this cosplay. Let me see if I can get it.
It's Gabe in the Leia outfit, but
well, Gabe couldn't wear it in the front gate because they won't let you cosplay, so he had to change inside the park.
That's hilarious.
Oh, on Star Wars night they let you in with costumes, so
okay.
This time, yeah. So I could have if I wanted to, but I didn't because I was just a poncho. It was just a poncho.
I would have worn something, and that would have been fun.
Oh, that's awesome.
All right, look, I posted this on TikTok, but then I had to take it down because I don't think the algorithm liked it very much. But
Slave Leia.
This girl was no. Look at Salacious Crumb.
Oh,
Salacious Crumb.
And the cool thing about her is that she dressed up as Max Rebo at Star Wars Celebration, and she had like the little keyboard all around. So it was really cool. She always comes up with like little cool cosplays.
Why did it get taken down?
And she sculpts it herself. Like,
that
hat
is awesome. I would buy that thing.
and the shoes are really cool too. The whole thing.
Yeah.
We
Oh
love
no, I took it down, Michael, because I posted it and it was like 4 hours later, and I looked at it and there was only like 100 views. And I was like, oh, something's weird because on TikTok
usually you get like a bunch, right?
Yeah, especially on TikTok. I'm like, oh, that's weird. So it's something. It didn't like something. I don't know what it was. So I took it down.
Weird.
That was that hat alone. She could, man.
Yeah.
I would buy one.
Me too.
Yeah. What is that, Jens?
Ours is over there, but
yeah, we have.
Joel sent it to me.
Who?
Joel.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's so cool. What is that, Jens? What is it?
You can get it at Galaxy's Edge.
Yeah, I think
okay.
Yeah, you put them. Yeah, you put them on your shoulder.
On your shoulder.
And controller.
You got a remote, and then with sound effects, and he moves his head, and
that's Hondo's. Hondo's.
It's another kind of Korkian monkey lizard or whatever that looks kind of like a macaw parrot, but
We'll give his family a royalty. Yeah, they just know us. They just like, hey, you guys again.
Yeah, see, Michael, you can get one like this, Michael. That the regular. Sorry, Jules.
Yeah, that one I've seen.
Okay.
Although, all right, I do have to admit, I did get something pretty geeky. I'm gonna show it to you guys. Hold on, let me go get
Johnny, have you been to the Galaxy's Edge yet?
No.
Yeah, it's pretty cool
Nope.
seeing the Falcon. That's probably the cool part of it.
It's emotional seeing the Falcon. Be honest.
Yeah,
the
is.
first time.
It never gets old either. It's just. I looked at a ton of photos before I went the first time. It didn't dull the experience at all.
Yeah, when you walk around the corner, it's like it's surreal.
I wish the disc was round.
Yeah,
but whatever. It's still jaw dropping, especially when you could see the top of it too, and just really look at it.
It's like a childhood bucket list item. You're like, see a real Millennium Falcon, like a full.
When you're in the line for Smuggler's Run, especially at night, looking over it, and when you time it just right, you can look over it and see the fireworks over top.
Yeah, we've been there for that.
It's really cool.
Yeah, we saw that.
You know that weird TIE fighter that they have there?
Yes.
Yeah.
So we have some of the concepts that they had for the park.
Yeah.
Earlier concepts. One of them, that was going to be a shuttle Tidarium. And
That would have been cool.
Go with that. I would have teared up. Like it would have started hurting here because I'd have been
a couple of my favorite ships are the shuttle Tidarium and the
by far mine.
The ATST. I mean, I love both of those.
Sure.
But I grew up. I think Return of the Jedi is the first movie I remember.
Me too.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Johnny, what's your favorite Star Wars movie?
It would have to be Empire Strikes Back and Rogue One, and then of course New Hope and Return of the Jedi.
Oh yeah,
that's exactly my. I'm a Star Wars first, the original Star Wars. Good, that's good.
Empire is my favorite. Yeah, I agree.
We were watching A New Hope when Robin was like, Michael asked if we want to be on in like an hour.
Yeah, I came home from work and made dinner and put on A New Hope to kind of like wind down. Michael's like, let's go. And I was like, all right, we're going to do this.
That's so cool.
Yeah, I went to go see the first movie in '77, and that was before it had episode, what is it? Episode 4?
Right, before they added the
And it didn't have any of that on there yet. Yeah.
Right. So our family, our parents have been opening day of every Star Wars movie, starting with A New Hope.
Mm-hmm.
So they were there to New Hope. My oldest brother was there for Empire. I can't remember if I was there for Empire or Return of the Jedi, because I was born right about then. But then ever since, we've just decided to keep up the tradition. So we've been to every movie since, every live action on opening day, and we watch all of the new live action episodes when they drop at like 2 a.m. here.
Well, I hadn't seen the original trilogy in theaters, so I've seen it on the TV, but
yes.
It's a poncho. It's just
what
a
you
poncho.
doing?
The poncho, guys.
I have to put on my poncho for Michael.
No, I had to get the Luke, that brown like Luke robe.
Yeah,
Michael, I got it just for the grand opening. I'm gonna dress up as.
Did you buy that because it was raining?
Gay.
This one's for the winter. This one's gonna be for the snow.
Robin, you're the best, Robin. Okay, Gabe.
I'm not getting invited back. I already know.
Hey, Gabe, you got to be a member of the 501st.
Well, no, Rebel Legion. It's Rebel.
Hey, but seriously, Johnny thinks I'm probably on drugs right now, but no, seriously. You know what was really cool is
my kid was like, "What the?" She's like, "What the?"
Oh shit!
No. Honestly, I those things sell out like right away. So when I went into the store, I was like, I gotta buy one just because they sell out super quick.
Oh man,
like funny.
Aneurysm. He's like,
hey, we haven't heard it. Hold on.
Oh yeah. Prepare to make the jump to light speed.
What's up? They're getting closer.
Oh yeah? Watch this.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Still going.
Dave, you know how to get me, dude. Oh shit. Oh,
It's
God.
still going.
Oh man, dude.
Oh,
Oh,
that's one of my favorites.
Hey,
Your
Michael,
ringtone.
you do not Fox News?
just being gone for a minute and coming back with that costume on, dude, is just fucking hilarious.
Not a costume.
Actually, what's so funny is when he came
just
back.
a cloak.
When he came back with the cloak, I don't know why, but I was thinking of the memes of Kermit the Frog wearing where,
Don't get me
right,
dude. Oh man, it's just, oh.
we'll have to do some overlay.
Johnny, I apologize.
That's fine. That's fine.
Oh man,
that's funny.
dude, Gabe, you're so
Yeah, Barbara's a Gabe. What's going on here? No, trust me. It just got weird. You're lucky.
Oh, it did get weird, dude. Fucking, oh golly.
Would have been weirder if I came out shirtless with that thing on.
Oh man. So Johnny, you think you're gonna join us for another show?
He's like, no.
It depends on my schedule, I guess.
There's like breaking you in really good, Johnny. You know what I mean? Dude.
But yeah,
Gabe, you look great, dude.
Hey,
I guarantee you,
it wasn't cosplay. Though. That's not cosplay. That's just
not at
for the
all.
winter. That's my winter coat.
Exactly.
Halloween.
All right, Michael.
Oh my god,
Gabe, we joke, but honestly, we don't even refer to ourselves as cosplay. We
not at all. Not at all.
Theatrical reenactors or something. But
Oh.
we joke about the cosplay, but
That's a lie. We're costumers, whatever.
Well, yeah, costumers, but we don't even usually use cosplay.
No, cosplay is like something else.
Yeah,
like
hey, cosplay can be fun.
That's like role
play. I mean, there's nothing wrong with cosplay at the house in the bedroom. You know what I mean? But you know,
that's role play.
I'm just saying, yes. All right.
You gotta get your labels right, Michael.
I'm sorry, Robert.
I don't know, Sean. Are you sure? Are you sure about that?
I know exactly. How do you know, Sean?
Still not sure.
Dude.
Even
Come
right
on,
now.
Oh damn it, dude! Thanks for joining us tonight, Sean. Too, by the way, I know you got a lot going on, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that's fucking hilarious.
Look, Sean. Yeah, Sean costumed today.
Oh, did he? What? Sean?
Costumed.
Yeah, remember he's an AT-AT.
Oh,
yeah.
He's part
Sorry,
of
I missed you too, Sean. It would have been good to see you. But yeah, what did he was an ATS? I didn't know that.
Right, an AT-AT or TIE Fighter.
AT&T.
Not AT-AT. AT-AT.
That's who fixes the internet. Okay, come on.
AT&T. You
lost him.
Wait, you cosplayed as an AT&T repair service?
I wish I had just one more glass, dude. Oh,
no, you don't. No,
I'd
you
get
don't.
$100 for just one more glass. Okay.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
When you held up your glass of wine a second ago, Robin went and got us some wine because you were making us thirsty. So you can go get some more.
Don't enable him to have more. That's
Yeah,
not going to work very well.
There you go.
Oh man.
Yeah. I told Ryan earlier when we were talking, we're like, hey, jump on. We're going to talk about like found parts and this and that.
Meh.
Look, here we are, an hour and a half later.
No, okay.
You got me in a Jedi robe. We got Michael tipsy.
No. What are you talking about?
No.
Let's talk about found parts. I
Okay,
mean,
that's awesome.
Is this not one of the baddest freaking things you've ever seen, dude? I'm serious.
Yeah.
I mean,
That
come
is
on.
really awesome, man.
Let's be real.
Yeah.
For just a second.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wait,
man.
did you get your Lando Skiff Guard helmet yet?
I'm working on it.
Oh, okay.
No,
I was
really.
gonna say to go put it on.
Cloth ears. Oh, you want to see a little cosplay?
Go.
You don't want to feel left out.
I've seen some girls do the Slave Leia bikini with the vibro axe.
Oh yeah.
Dude, hey Ryan, I just want to tell you, I wanted to just like for you only, I wanted to show you tonight, but I forgot to bring it over to the gallery. But bro, I got the Jaws, the can, Quint's can.
Oh, you did?
Ooh.
I got
Okay.
his beer can. Yeah.
Yeah, those are. They actually somebody made a. It's like a foam squishy, a stress relieving squishy like beer can. The Jaws.
Oh,
can.
that's funny.
I thought it was funny.
Yeah, so this is the guy even sent me a Texas can, you know, an old vintage Texas can. But seeing that, having that can is really cool. I just got to figure out how I'm going to display it at the dark side.
What can are you talking about?
What's that?
From Jaws.
What?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, Benjamin.
Oh.
Yeah, so Benjamin. Yeah, it's the can that he crushes, you know, and then Quint crushes, and then
Oh, okay. Jaws the movie.
the
Okay.
Jaws the
All right.
movie.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Hey,
Richard Dreyfuss crushes his. Yeah.
Yeah, the styrofoam cup. Yeah.
Just don't want to push a button.
thank you, Zombie Hunter. Hey, so Gabe, I don't know what the latest Jaws. Speaking of Jaws, did you get the actual jaw? Did you get that with the blood?
Did you?
Some people on Instagram saw it. So
yeah, on Instagram I saw it. You want?
yeah. So here's the. I don't know if
Can
Richard.
you text it to me?
Yes, absolutely.
Oh wait, can we? Jens, what are you sending me, Jens? Oh man, I don't know if I want to share. I mean, I guess at this point we're past the stage of.
Are you receiving slave Leia photos?
Share this one,
Yes.
man.
Jens just sent me this portrait. I don't know what's going on, Jens.
Hey,
She's got very shiny skin.
It doesn't look screen accurate, but
It'll pass.
yeah, that guy makes very cool artworks. He's on Instagram. He goes by the name Jeremy Wurst. Wurst, yeah.
Wurst.
I sent it to your Instagram, Gabe. I don't know if you can pull it up or not. No big deal.
did you find out how to mount that thing yet, Michael? The axe?
No, bro. And the only reason I say that is because I haven't taken it up there yet. You know what I mean? So
Oh, don't worry about it.
I'm gonna bring it up from his Facebook. It's probably easier.
whose Facebook? Oh yeah. Did he put it on Facebook?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay. So I know a few of you guys have seen it on Instagram, but Richard Riley's working on the life size.
But this better not. Oh no! I was like, is this for you, Michael? Because if it is, it's pretty damn cool. Hold on. Life size.
Life size.
Wow.
Isn't that incredible, guys?
Right.
Insane.
So hey, this
Nice.
this is a surprise, but we are going to have Richard Riley on Collection Wars.
Oh yeah, he agreed.
He agreed, dude. We talked about it this morning, dude. I forgot to tell you, Gabe.
All right, here's one of. So where's the blood one?
Yeah, he hasn't posted those yet because he's being real discreet. But I sent you mine.
Oh, okay. Can I show that one?
Yes, yeah. So hey, real quick. So those are see those eyes, everybody.
Yeah.
Those are the eyes that you're going to see. Well, they're going to be bigger, a little bit bigger, but the eyes, they're like a doll's eyes. But those eyes right there are
Guys.
okay. Well, what you're getting ready to see in the final picture I sent to Jens, those aren't the eyes. He was being funny, but yeah, when he sent the picture of the mouth alone, I actually thought it was out of the original movie.
Wow.
And it's
Michael-
crazy. This was all started out of foam. You know what I mean?
Michael, if you would please at some point in time with a photo update, if you would stick like some big old like 3-inch googly eyes. I would love to see that.
Since you mentioned googly eye, I just sent a picture to Gabe, and it's a googly eye, but it's not going to be the final eye. He just told me the same thing. It's a googly eye. He was being funny.
No, I mean like an actual like funny googly eye would be hysterical.
Yeah, this was what he
Hilarious.
sent me was actually pretty hilarious. It wasn't 3-inch though. But yeah, so we're going at the end of the month to pick this up along with some Raiders of the Lost Ark. Really cool shit.
That's exciting.
But the it's just really, really cool. I've learned so much about, a shark in general on how they eat and like how their mouths are. It's just crazy what we've learned. But I was talking to Richard about maybe putting a little piece of the yellow raft in his teeth.
Mm.
Just a really small little strip of it. So I'm not quite sure if we're going to do that or not.
Still hasn't come through, but I'll show it.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you know what came in today? By the way, a big shout out to Hector. I brought it over. I got my Marsha Lucas.
Oh, that's awesome.
Print.
Hector seems really nice.
Awesome.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah. So that came in today. Very well
Really-
packaged and
A
everything.
really clear signature, that one.
Yeah. I'm really excited to have this. I don't know how I'm gonna display it, but it looks cool. That picture's not coming through, Michael.
Okay, I just sent it. I sent it to my bad. You should get it any second. Yeah, so he'll be done with this thing this weekend. It's pretty crazy.
Did anyone get anything really cool for May 4th or anything on sale?
I got that Cal Kestis lightsaber from the Disney parks, but
Oh, you did.
Ooh.
yeah, it's I could probably show that. I guess I don't have blades for it, so it's just the hilt.
Well, there's no rush because it uses any standard blade, right, from Disney parks.
Yeah, I think so.
So you can always get one later.
Yeah, I mean, I don't collect those. I just because when we got there early enough and there was still some in there, so I was like, oh, should I get in line? Actually, that's where I saw. Let me see. Hold on, let me put this. Steven and Carla. Let me bring up that picture. I posted it on the group, but let me just bring that up really quick. Sorry, guys. It's like I have to send everything in my computer before I show it. There we go. Yeah, I ran into Steven and Carla there with their family.
Very cool.
Oh,
That's so fun.
We're hoping we can see you there. No pressure, but it would be awesome.
Yeah, they're awesome.
I know. Yeah, no, Ryan and Julie are coming down next week, right? On the 13th.
2 weeks.
Yeah.
The 19th, our anniversary, actually.
Oh,
There
they're
you
coming
go.
to visit you.
Well, we're going to Disneyland.
We're going to Disneyland.
Oh, okay.
We're hoping that Gabe will
Gabe
be
could
able to
drive
meet us.
over and be like, hey.
I got you. That's
Maybe
awesome.
bring his poncho.
I know. If it's only if it's raining, though, guys.
Only
I
if
mean,
it's raining.
That's
and
fine.
only if you bring that hat for me.
That
Oh yeah.
And,
the donut hat.
We'll bring it.
right.
top
That's
wasn't
funny.
terribly secure, but you know.
Yeah.
So have you guys? How are you guys doing on? No, I'm throwing you guys under the bus right now. For
I'll defend you, whatever it is.
okay, thank you, Rob. So how are you looking, Ryan and
For your-
Jules?
Your
All righty
for
then.
this? Okay.
Yeah, talk to me.
There's it's getting complicated because we discovered through the photos there's another Greebly underneath these guys.
Well,
What is that?
No, they
So
definitely. This
it's-
is the top of the fusion furnace.
which is
The lamp that
on
Luke Skywalker plugs into R2D2 when
On
he's on
Dagobah.
Dagobah for the first time.
Okay.
So as we learned later, it's less of a lantern and more of like a. It actually makes heat, but it's like a power cell kind of. That also makes light. But
Let me bring it up if I could find it.
all of the kind of
know if you guys
natural
can
colored
see.
things are polyurethane casts of parts from a visible V8
Yeah.
model kit from the 1970s. And
And
then
This is actually aluminum. the
So
main.
the one
Yeah.
Greebly, the series of Greeblies closest to the center, those actually look like the same Greeblies that were added onto the macro binoculars. Is it from Hoth? Is that the same?
No, these are from the Visible V8, Revell Visible V8 engine kit.
Okay, but did they use those on macro binoculars? Because I've seen that.
No, those are from a Mitchell, not transistor. What am I?
You know what I'm talking about, right? They look very similar.
Yes, they're from.
Are these the ones we're talking about?
Oh my goodness, what is the name of that thing? The
It's a-
transcriptor. It's a Mitchell transcriptor. A lot of the parts from the macro binoculars.
Which is a turntable.
Oh, the macro
Oh.
binoculars. You're not talking about. Are you talking about these guys?
Yeah, isn't there something on there? On the
This. I
no,
believe-
not that. Now there's so many different macro binoculars, but isn't there?
You're talking about the ones that Luke has when he's on Tatooine.
No, I was thinking it was those, but what is the on the other side maybe? Or there was something that had like 3 spikes or 4 spikes out of it.
Oh
On
no,
the
no,
other
no.
side.
That's actually I know what you're talking about. You're talking about this
Yeah,
little dial here.
and
No,
some of them have the points coming out of it. I thought that's what that other Greebly was. Is it not the same?
no, it's not.
You
It's
just grab that one cap, and you can just hold the cap. as the cap.
oh yeah. This is the cast. And it's
Uh,
from
pull back a little
oh
bit.
this thing.
Here.
There you go.
You
Oh,
see it?
okay.
Yeah.
You
It's
know what? That actually looks like a part on the back of the snow speeder.
I believe that. I mean, I feel like one of the funny things about found parts is like as soon as you know one of them, you start looking at other things and you're like, oh,
they
oh.
reuse a lot of
Oh.
parts.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And trust me, in the studio skill, I've learned that. Hey, Johnny, just so you know, so Benji and Robin are into it as well as, of course, Ryan and Julie are into the found parts stuff. So they build a lot of the, they go back and they do all this hardcore research on, whether it's the blaster or like this blade that I received from Ryan and Julie. This is all found parts. You know what I mean?
That's so cool.
So like this right here, this little piece,
Mm-hmm.
for example, Johnny, is
Yep.
just
From isn't it from like the Kenner DL44? Yeah.
It's the front.
from the Kenner
Okay.
the Kenner Toys piece
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's so cool.
right
Like
there.
we all just have our Kenner toys. Like,
Kind
When
of
you
similar
put
to that.
Put it up
I love
properly.
that 3 of you went and got it at the same time.
Oh, that's so crazy, Johnny. That's so cool.
But mine I built. This is a piece of PVC pipe
Oh.
that I had to cut. See, I do everything from scratch.
That's
I don't-
okay. There's nothing wrong with
That's the way I do my stuff.
That's
Wow.
okay.
Yeah.
That part, I think on that one. Let me
well, he built it himself.
Okay, yeah, it looks like it's from the that Vernon, that vintage Vernon model kit. It's also on. Oh no, that might be different. Never mind.
Yeah.
There is a version of one of the original DL44s that has. It's the same Greebly that's on Princess Leia's DDC Defender.
Mm-hmm.
It's from an airplane model kit. It's this guy right here. This part
Oh,
right
yeah.
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 So that's
It's also on Greedo's gun too, right?
Yes.
Jawa.
yeah, it's on Greedos, it's on this, it's on a DL44.
That's so awesome. Hey,
Okay.
so just real quick, Ryan, to get back on the Energizer lamp,
mhm.
where are you at? Where are you at on it?
Well, we have the base, we have blueprints that we kind of like a blueprint that Julie drew up and things, and
Yeah.
We're,
we have everything but the very base of it, I think.
yeah, we have to do a little bit of refinement on the very base. The very base, when you see it like all the way from the side, it's like it's flat and then it flares up just a tiny bit. So I had an idea of how we could do that, just that last little flared bit, but I don't think it's going to work exactly the way that I thought it would. So I think we maybe need to approach it slightly differently. I've made all of the coils. We haven't attached them yet. I don't want to do that until the very end. And I might even ship them to you separate and have you connect them, because that's the part I'm really worried about being
No,
damaged.
and that's not a problem, by the way.
Okay.
Hey, look,
It should
I
be
know
really
you guys are on a whole other level of accuracy, but just as long as we're close, I know that it's not what I'm saying isn't good for you guys, but I mean, just do the best you can on it. I'm proud of what you guys do, no matter what. But yeah, and it's funny because I talked to my friend Brandon on the Back to the Future DeLorean that we're working on, and it's freaking like 95% accurate for just a half of the car. For all of the parts on the back, it's pretty accurate. But the thing is, it's like 1,000 people that come through that restaurant. Maybe one person out of the 1,000 are going to know that. But I know it, I understand, and I respect it, because the studio scale guys that work on my ships are the same way. But I just want you to know, you two, I know y'all are putting a lot into this thing, and it's going to be on display for thousands to see. And
No pressure.
no,
in the first few months.
I'm just kidding. But on a serious note, though, I mean, if there's something,
there are people that are 3D printing them, and it is faster. But
for sure,
the one thing I've read about a lot, and I know about 3D printing, it's very fragile. Like these fins,
It can be.
These fins here are not going to be that strong, and so actually finding this one was a nightmare. Not a. I don't mean to say it like that. It was
very long research
challenging.
project.
And we only found there was only like 2 available.
Yeah, and the other part is figuring out construction for something that has a top that is so heavy, because the interior is such thick metal that like the bottom has to be able to support
this thing's got
like,
some
the top weight.
So we got
it's amazing. It's amazing.
For 2 of these, so one's going to Joseph,
right?
But his comes later, because yours is obviously the priority for the rest.
I understand.
Yeah.
You guys, I know there's a lot of research that goes into these things. But
Everybody that goes from Collection War is going to be like, oh yeah, I could tell it's not accurate now. Be like, oh yeah, that DeLorean, 95%.
Oh, that's hilarious. Thanks, Gabe.
Nailed it.
90. I would give it a 94%.
That's hilarious. Yeah, and I don't know if you guys have seen it. The DeLorean is there. Brandon, he's going to be wrapping on it. It'll be done this weekend. Finally, the DeLorean will be complete, and in another week, we're actually taking it to the restaurant. All the sheetrock. We're in the almost to the sheetrock stage. Finally, we're getting ready to move 100% forward now. And but anyway, long story short, we're gonna be putting it up on the wall, on the brick wall that we put, and it's gonna.
Hey, Michael.
Yo.
Speaking of Michael, Jens sent me the news video. You want me to play that or no?
I don't know.
Absolutely, man.
I don't know.
He says yes, whatever this is. Yes.
Yeah.
I want you guys to know that I was just terrified when it aired, dude. But if you want to,
it's up to you. No, you tell me. Jens thinks it's good. I haven't seen it because
I think it's because I'm pretty, because they're like saying that I'm making a living off the franchise, and that's not the truth whatsoever.
And he was wearing the biker scout.
Yeah, I mean, go ahead. And go ahead.
I am a cosplayer now, and we're associated. So.
You're guilty, so guilty.
We can just talk about it if you want afterwards, because I was very unhappy with it.
All right,
you want very negative.
I'll play it without sound. How about that?
Oh, there you go.
So you
don't. I know Jens probably doesn't want that. You can play it with sound. Go ahead. Go ahead.
All right.
I want you to play it for those people that are watching for the first time, so I can defend myself.
All right, go.
All right.
I don't know if I'll play.
Especially for one local fan who's really trying to make a living off of the franchise. Meet Michael Paz, a spring branch. He's showcasing his collection of Star Wars memorabilia at a new restaurant he's opening in Bernie, which is set to open in the fall, and it's called The Dark Side Brick Oven Pizza. The restaurant will be set in a 70s, 80s theme with a DeLorean replica inside. Sign me up.
That's really cool.
I like it already.
I feel like it's going to need extra security, though.
Tastes. I'm hoping that the insurance is good on this place because he's got a lot. I just see all the money in all of the condominiums that he has.
Jesus Christ.
Very, very cool. Very nice. Okay. So protecting renters and.
All right.
That wasn't bad, Michael. Come on.
No, but I'm not trying to make a living off the franchise. Number one,
You've spent your living on your. Yeah, come on now.
Thank you. But then they went into the. I'm sorry, Jens, to bring it up because Jens is so cool to thank you, Jens. You know, he was very proud of it. The thing is at the very end, you know, they're like, oh, I wonder how much insurance he has, and I hope he's got just it's like it was all negative. I just
everyone that's watched the show, Michael, they know that you're not. I mean,
yeah,
I never thought. I mean, you obviously love Star Wars, and you.
Yeah.
So
anybody who would even consider trying to rob Darkseid, dude, there's over 28 cameras, and I know all of the Kendall County sheriffs that will be on display at all times.
And you can use Vibroax. You got
exactly.
And gun turrets.
Exactly.
And the odds are, if you get away, the other 50% you will leave dead. So, but other than that,
there you go.
Good thing. No, but it's
you got the detention block cameras, the blue ones, all over the place.
The amount of cameras, how we have in all different angles, and everything that you see will be behind glass. You know what I mean? Of course, they can break the glass, but by the time they do that and get into it, I mean, the cops are going to be there. You know what I mean? So but still, I mean, it's just a negative thing that had to be brought up, and it was just like, But the funny thing is we've had I've had so many people blowing up the Instagram on the dark side, which is really cool,
In a good way, though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, in a good way. There's been zero negative, but me, of course, it's like, don't bring up.
That was far from the start of that joke, and I ended it.
Thank you.
I added to it.
No, you're good.
There you go.
Yeah.
No, but it's cool that you're even doing it, Michael. I mean, there's nothing like that here. I mean,
yeah.
For anybody who loves those things, I mean, all the stuff you're putting in their jaws. I mean, you haven't mentioned one movie that I'm not a fan. I mean, E.T.'s kind of creepy, but I'm
whoa. Okay, Jaws isn't creepy, but E.T.'s creepy. What's your
love Jaws, even though it made me not swim in water for most of my youth. E.T. when he runs through the corn stalks and things. I mean, I walked out of the theater crying when I saw.
E.T. scared both of us.
It's a little scary.
I get it.
I agree.
Listen, there isn't a day, guys, that goes by that I'm not blessed in my life to know that all of the support that I have from everybody and what it is that I'm putting together. And it's a crazy reality that it's finally happening. And now I'm kind of seeing my place in this, like, you have this big gallery that people see on Instagram and YouTube, and that's all cool. But finally, it's something that we're able to bring back to the people to see some things that you just don't normally see, and you can't see this stuff at Disney. You can't see this stuff at Universal. And it's something I think that if you were born in the 70s, the 80s, even into the 90s, and there's the few that have spilled out that to the newer age that will see this stuff for what it is.
Yeah. Oh my God! Hold on.
Would you like to share, Gabe?
Yes.
But on a hey, I haven't read it because I have my glasses. I'm not looking at it.
Hold on.
Hold on. On a serious note, no, listen, everybody. On a serious note, when somebody walks into the dark side, I want them to feel that nostalgia, that feeling that I had when I was a kid. Because everybody, I don't care what anybody says, even my 14-year-old kid says, I wish I lived when I was in the 80s. That seems like such a good time. They're seeing all that stuff on Instagram and TikTok and all that stuff. Everything 80s is coming back. But you're going to actually be able to go and witness this stuff in the restaurant and have a really badass pizza, a really good drink, you know what I mean, and some dessert,
Left Coast is savage down here.
Hold on, before I send that, that's actually pretty funny.
Okay.
Is it true that Joseph's opening up a vegan Star Trek parlor across the street from Darkside?
Oh yeah,
Portland style, man.
Yeah, that's
hold on.
It's going to be called Ferenghi's Pizza.
Hold on, Ryan and Julie, I got a picture. This is for you guys.
Ooh.
Oh, man.
Yeah, run, Michael.
Hey, does that guy not look legit or what?
That's Michael in the HOV lane, okay?
Exactly. That's exactly right, Riley.
I
But
was
hey, look at that
like
guy.
4:30 in the morning. If that was in the back of my car, I would like. Oh man,
That guy's legit. So,
Wait a
I mean,
second.
hey, so look, seriously, where can you go see ET? Hey, listen, in the United States, where can you go right now and see ET?
Your car.
Where right now can you go see displays of gremlins?
We can go to Sopop, the museum in Seattle. They have one
The
there.
Science Fiction Museum.
But you know what? It's funny though.
But
It's
yes, I
not
know.
near as good as this one though. I mean, but seriously.
It's
I
just
mean, like the Jaws. Listen, and this is. I know this sounds like I'm being an asshole, but respectfully, the Jaws that was the actual Jaws that was taken and completely redone, that's on display right now in California, doesn't look near as good as the one that Richard Riley's doing that you're going to see. And what I'm saying is, they did it when they redid it. Unfortunately, they didn't do it back to where it was when it was bloodied up and like with Steven Spielberg in it. They did it like it looks like a SeaWorld shark. You know what I'm saying? The actual body style of the shark is 100%, yes. But when it comes to the look of the shark that you saw in Jaws, it's not even near the same.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh.
No. His computer died. I heard that little ding ding.
Oh no.
No, I mean, I like parts of ET. I love the the Reese's Pieces and stuff. But when he's in the corn stalks and stuff, or like when he's like dying and he's all pasty white and stuff, I'm like,
I don't think you're supposed to like.
Yeah, don't tell Michael. I had nightmares about ET. Don't tell him when he comes back.
a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, it's creepy.
When he's running through the woods, I was like screaming in that theater. I mean,
All right, I didn't take it that far, but
it was like Signs, but rated PG.
Yeah, like The Village or Signs, the old version.
Yeah, Signs is more creepier.
Yeah, so creepy.
Yeah.
But I remember driving home from the theaters after I saw Signs, and I kept looking in my rearview mirror, feeling like things were going to keep popping out on me. And little did I know, there's just ET waiting to crawl into your back seat and look at you through the rearview mirror. It's so creepy.
What I remember about the very first time I saw E.T., there's a few movies I remember seeing for the first time when I was a kid, when I had the flu, to kind of get my mind off of being sick. And like E.T., Mad Max, and Alien were movies that my dad watched with me when I was a little kid and had the flu. And it was like, okay, we're gonna get your mind off of it and we'll watch something that's a little bit scary.
I like all this. I remember them. The part I remember the most about ET is when he's looking at the Star Wars action figures and he's showing ET the Star Wars action figures.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
what
yeah,
I was like obsessed with Star Wars when I was little, so I was like, oh, he's got the action figures. But
hold on.
And you mentioned Reese's Pieces. I think it was actually supposed to be M&M's, but didn't they decline for some reason? And instead,
I don't remember.
Something like that. Yeah.
I think there's a story behind that. So instead they offered it to Reese's Pieces, and that was a huge mistake, obviously.
I just gotta get the Reese's Pieces in the dining room.
I like how ET's eyes just like right in the middle, just staring at you guys.
Is Michael gonna make the spelling bee machine device that he uses to communicate?
Yeah,
that would be cool.
Yeah, I think he's also working on that.
That'd be cool.
Be careful.
Or is he gonna try?
What did you just send me, Jens? Hold on.
That is a creepy movie.
I've never heard of that. Here, let's show it.
What is it?
Hold on.
That's right.
I've never heard of this movie. You guys seen this?
It's a lot of Star Wars stuff inside this movie.
Whoa.
Joe, yeah, that looks extra creepy.
That is creepy.
Yeah.
New World Pictures. Interesting.
Yeah, that's a very cool movie. I loved this movie as a kid. I think it's Making Contact. It's the U.S. translation of this movie.
Person on the
German movie.
bicycle fly?
Sorry?
Does the bicycle fly?
No.
Oh,
So that there is this little kid, and he finds this puppet and takes it home, and then this puppet
not creepy at all.
comes to
Oh
life.
dang, no.
And then you see his Star Wars toys flying in his room, and it's a cool movie. Yeah, you have to watch it. It's from the 80s.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, now everyone after today's show is gonna have nightmares about ET being in the rear view mirror, about their toys just starting to fly away.
Well, what version is Michael going to do? Is he going to do the ET and drag, like when the
Is that what we're calling it?
Puts him in the wig and the hat and everything?
I don't think so. I think it's just gonna be normal, right, Jens? Do you know?
I mean,
Sorry, what did you say? Sorry.
That the ET display is just gonna be ET, right? Like, and then
No, there will be ET, and then also like I think it's Elliot, yeah, the kid's name.
Oh yeah, with the bike. That's
Or
right.
the bike, yeah.
Yeah.
You could put ET in like the bathrobe, with the
And
beard.
then,
I think isn't he working on the whole moon in the background?
yeah,
To have the bike?
The poster.
yeah, it was going to be like the movie poster with the bike removed and the bike actually
Yeah.
be in front of it.
Because I know he was working on the milk crate, so I think it's gonna be bicycle, milk crate,
Yeah.
ET, and then the Elliot mannequin.
Michael.
If he did do the ET with the make believe outfit on, I feel like it would have to be accompanied by the gremlin that's in drag. You could hang out together.
Yeah. It's true. Michael, we were talking about your ET display. How are you planning to how are you doing the whole thing? How are you putting it together?
Yeah. So sorry, my computer died. So we're doing so we're going to actually have 2 life-size ETs in the restaurant. We're going to have there's DB Studios just completed, and they're out of Peru. We just received their life-size, and it's got actually the light-up finger. That's the one that you saw me driving in the truck with, and it was in the truck because I was taking it to the restaurant for scale in the actual display that we had already pre-built for it to make sure the measurements are right. But so we've got that one, and in that display we're going to have actually the studio model of the actual ET ship in there, and then we have, as you guys know, we've got it's not the exact original one, but it's the 40th anniversary Kuahara bicycle. And we got the found parts, the same exact milk crate that was used in the film.
Oh, nice.
And then we used in that one I forget the name of the ET that we were using that's going in that one.
NECA.
The NECA, that's correct. And I completely repainted the NECA, and it's going to be 16 feet in the air. And again, that display is going to have I'm telling everybody here because it's no secret on the show, but it's a 8-foot by 12-foot tall ET poster with the moon, that classic poster where you see the ET going over the moon,
right,
on the bicycle. But we got rid of that, so it's actually just the moon.
Oh.
And so when you're in the restaurant, you're going to actually see the bicycle, Elliot, and ET hovering in front of the moon with the correct lighting on this badass 12-foot by 8-foot poster.
Nice.
Seeing the real deal. So.
It'd be cool if you did like a cross universe thing and made it a Death Star instead of a moon.
It's funny that you're saying that. So we're doing that with the Dark Knight thing with the Jazz Inc. 6-scale Batwing. That's going to be a whole other surprise thing. So.
In fact, we talked about that. I still need to message you or talk to you about some ideas on how to get the right shadow.
Yeah, that's huge. That's huge because I was thinking about with the moon, how to light the moon. If we were going to use a plexi, anyways, but some of the 6-scale ones have been kind of disappointing. The Jazzing, it's cool because you get great ideas, kind of like people get off of Collection Wars and some of the displays that we have through the show. But I haven't seen any that have been like, oh, that's what they need to do, kind of thing. You know what I mean? So,
yeah.
But
you should have. What about the other? So you have 2 ETs. Is the other one going to have like the bathrobe and the beer?
You know what? That would be really, really cool. But unfortunately, no, it's going to be the classic. So we're going to have the normal ET, the classic ET that you see with the flower pot. And then we're going to have ET and Elliott 16 feet in the air with, Elliott wearing his classic Nike shoes and his red shirt and, the Kuwahara bicycle. And we're taking this brand new bicycle it initially sold for like $699, but they only made like 600 of them. They sold out immediately. And I got mine at a deal for $2,400, just a bicycle.
Wow.
So, yeah. So we got to dirty it up and do that stuff. But
the flower pot was cool. I saw that you showed that on the
which one?
The flower pot you made. I thought that was a good touch. That was cool.
Thank you for that. Yeah, it's a real simple deal, but
it's nice.
Is it kind of cheesy? But it's part of the film,
Yeah,
the nostalgia of the film.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Cool,
I'm
man.
excited to see all this stuff, man.
Me too.
Yeah, it's just so overwhelming because, we've got all the prop replicas, which you guys all know that I want everything to be like. The only one that I'm really struggling with, guys, is the Michael J. Fox. The Doc Brown is shipping this next week and looks fantastic. So I've got to work on the Doc Brown body and the suit. I've got his shoes already. His head sculpt is fantastic. What's that?
Do you have the remote control?
Yes.
You do? Because I've found a couple on the RPF for sale.
Yeah,
it's the actual legitimate. You did get one?
Yeah, thanks to Gabe, I was able to hook up with a guy that he sells Joseph has the high end one, and for what we're doing, he's going the extra mile how it's going to be displayed. But a big thank you, Gabe, for that.
Nice.
I want to see that. That's what I'm excited about.
I want to hug him.
Yeah, the Luke that you had made for this, Michael, looks awesome.
Yeah, the Luke for being dragged behind, he's fantastic. I got to bloody up his face a little bit. But hey, guys, I know it's something that we really definitely can't show. But Jens, seeing that picture, Jens is the guy who put that photo together for the Richard Riley Wampa that I have there.
Cool.
But guys, I want you to know that this is like a milestone for Gabe and me. I'm speaking for Gabe. But we've got something I can't wait. This is a licensed Star Wars magazine that is fixing to release a fantastic, article on, Gabe and I in regards to the collection wars and what we do and, how, we are back and forth with the community. It's just, Gabe, what are your thoughts? I mean, it's like I was so blown away.
Yeah. Thanks, Jens, for getting that going. And yeah, Jens sent over the spread today. You can't show it yet, but I mean, it looks great. I mean, it's really cool.
Are you going to get extra issues when it comes out? Because you'll probably want to display one, right?
For sure. And yes, Benji, we're going to definitely do that. So,
that'd be cool.
But it's just really, really cool. It's there's something about Jens, how, he just goes the extra mile, not just for us, but there's something about Jens and how he's like a life force when he comes out, like meeting Austin Vanderwally, the guy that, wasn't I didn't even know him since, for 25 years, and he runs into him, but he's just such a people skills person. And he collaborates with so many different people and he brings the community close together. And I think that's one thing about Jens, dude. I'm serious, man. It's amazing. That's the one thing that I can tell. It just shine. You got this life force that just shines in the Star Wars community, man. Because
man.
Thank you, brother. It means a lot to me. Appreciate it.
It's a fact. I mean, it's just
the rest of us just give you moral support.
so much for the community,
Thank you.
Yeah, yes. I mean, think about it. What other person could you convince a barbecue, place to be like,
no,
let's do a May the 4th thing, I could definitely see Jens trying to like tell
but
me.
He's always thinking in regards to Star Wars. He should be getting a paycheck from Lucasfilm because I mean, on a serious level, he's just so faithful to this whole thing, and it just kind of blows me away sometimes what he does, and and most of it he's not even getting paid for it. You know what I mean? So, but yeah. So just keep doing what you do, Jens. One of these days it's gonna pay off tenfold for you, bro. So,
Thank you, bro. Love you, bro.
it's a fact.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Hey, Michael, how far are you on this restaurant?
So that's a popular question. Trust me, Johnny. So hopefully, so the building's all dried in. They're foaming the insulation next week, and so we've been down. Honestly, it's been like slow moving for the last 8 weeks because, I mean, it's a lot of money, So we're back on track now, and in a perfect world, September. And I keep pushing this thing, but I just want to make it clear to everybody, there's no bullshit. You're seeing what's going on. But it's very important to me to open up 100% where people aren't bitching about their pizza's not done right or the food doesn't taste right. So there's so many, it's one thing having this beautiful facilities to walk into, but to have the really good, environment and the good food. And there's so many aspects to making this happen, and I've got a team of people that I'm bringing in to run this thing, so there's a lot to it. So but in a perfect world, we've been, to be honest with you, Johnny, we were hoping to be open before the end of last year, you know what I mean? So
Oh boy, yeah.
So there's a lot of money involved in, but
a lot of obstacles as well. Yeah.
We're almost there though, man. Monday I've got, $10,000 worth of landscape showing up, and I mean the littlest things cost so much money, so but all of the of course, you guys know the collaboration of working with all these great artists in the community, having all these things built, has been, of course, my favorite thing. But I cannot wait for all of you guys to be walking in and us walking around and talking about some of the things that are in there, and having some good pizza. But it's just a lot, But we're last week I'm back on track again, so things are really good. So
good to hear that.
Very blessed. It's crazy to know that I'm doing this. I'm putting this together. Of course, so many artists like Jens, and there's just a million of them out there that have helped Ryan. That all you guys are doing, putting in your blood, sweat, and tears for free, pretty much, to help create something that is just you can't see anywhere else. You just can't be seen. So I very much care to everybody that walks through there to have that experience when they leave, to be in tears, honestly, have that feeling of, even if they're 18 years old and go in there, they leave there with an understanding of how things were at one time, that unfortunately it's never going to be that way again. You're never going to be able to sit down and see a movie like Jaws. You're never going to be able to see a movie, like the original Star Wars, the way it was felt back in the 70s and 80s. And we got to keep that alive, like the studio scale. That's why I do what I do with the studio scale. I'm creating this huge studio because I want to keep all that stuff alive. Everything's digital, but or 3D printed, and we're trying to keep all the original Kit Bash stuff alive, and because it's going away, and it's just what we got to do to still keep it alive.
Well, and it's people like, again, like Ryan, Julie, and everybody that does the research too, right? I mean, as far as like finding those parts, because again, there is going to be a time, right, that kind of the next generation might not necessarily care because everything's so accessible. Like you said, 3D printing, boom, scope, print it. Why look for the real part, right? But I mean, just to even document what parts were used, right, is a big deal.
Thanks for saying that, Gabe. And even more than that, even on the found part stuff, because there's some people, that can do some fucking extraordinary 3D stuff that could never normally be done. Yeah. But when it comes to movies, let's just talk about movies. I mean, you guys, can y'all tell me right now, seriously, anyone in the chat, a movie that you have actually went to sit down in the movie theater and just been like overwhelmed with like excitement when you left? And it sucks because it's almost like a song. Like, I don't know what kind of music you're into, but most people nowadays, they go back to the 70s or listen to the Eagles or some older bands because that's when it was good. It's just
right.
there comes a time to where things just, it's change. It's like the electric car. Me and Joseph were messing around with that. I was giving him a hard time with his electric car. And I mean, let's be real. The electric cars is the future. Look how far we've come in electric freaking cars in 5 years. I won't ever own an electric car. I'm not against them, but what I'm saying is that old muscle, that smell of gasoline and in a Camaro, 1979 Camaro, in 40 years, where is that going to be? Where are we going to be there? Is there going to be a group like us that are talking, that are collecting those things still, that have those to still continue the legacy of that? You know what I mean? Am I making sense?
Yeah. I get that. I was a kid in the 70s, seeing an Impala or what else? A Nova.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, it takes you back.
Yeah.
So,
It's crazy. And what's so weird is it's so crazy. So when Gabe and I started this channel, this is the craziest thing is that what we do, the amount of people that are so attracted to what it is, the nostalgia of the vintage toys and the collections, and is it, what has caused all that? Was it because of stupid ass COVID, or I mean, let's be real, of the collecting side of, like, when I see a BMX bike on Instagram from the 80s, a GT or any of that, I'm like, holy shit, I want one. It's just, what is it that gives us that? Oh, I want that from when we were a kid. Why was it so good when we were a kid than how we're living nowadays, guys? It's
that's because we grew up. And I think I have an answer for that. And I think it's pretty right, because in the 70s, 80s, in early 90s, I mean, that was the explosion of commercializing toys to kids. And that wasn't before, right? There was laws regulating that, right? And it wasn't until the 70s until they kind of, or actually it was the 80s where they well, I mean, we've all seen the documentaries where they pulled back those those laws, and all of a sudden they're just flooding us with toys and the TV shows and all that stuff. So I think that was huge because we grew up kind of just being immersed in that, right? Like, and I don't think any other generation was like that, right? You think about like people that grew up in the 60s. Yeah, there was some TV, there was some radio, but not so commercialized like towards kids. It wasn't until the 70s and 80s that we
the late 70s when
isn't it so crazy though that like going in even to the 90s, but like Scott Berry says at the 80s, but so like being on a bicycle and being out with your buddies, riding your bicycle around. Like my daughter Haley, it's kind of weird because we actually went on a bike ride today, but that kid could give a shit about going on a bicycle, going hanging out, riding bicycles and doing all that stuff. And it's like, man, that sucks, man. When I was a kid, I mean, being out on my dirt bike, jumping little things, we'd start little fires and jump right over this shit. And
I did that.
Yeah, and dirt bikes. And I mean, it was just fucking awesome. And nowadays it just sucks.
It's the internet, man.
I think you're totally right, Gabe. There were commercials about toys 24/7 when I was little.
Yeah.
And the movies that were coming out they were breaking like this stuff hadn't been done before, So now, I mean, it's kind of, but of course you got YouTube and everything else. All we had was TV when I was little, so and movies, but I think you're right about all that.
Yeah, this new generation, I mean, they have all of that at their fingertips. They don't have to wait for anything. We had to wait until Saturday morning to watch our favorite shows.
That was so badass, dude.
We had to wait until Christmas or a birthday to get a special toy. These kids have Amazon, eBay. I mean, they have anything they want. It's at their honestly, everything we want now, is at our fingertips. And I think that's going to be a huge kind of, that's where the shift is, right? That now everything's fast, just, You don't need to go out.
Eric IG 100%. And that's the funny thing that like what Gabe is saying right now. But if you go and talk to a Hasbro executive, I mean, the majority of their sales are like from people from us. It's not today's generation. It's just toys aren't, you know, like you guys were just saying, you know, you'd see all these toy commercials and stuff on Saturday mornings. And
well, that's I think you could probably tell, like, you know, all of us that have kids, and especially like kind of kids that are growing out of the toy age, right? It's like, so I have an 8-year-old, and she doesn't really care for toys anymore, right? She wants electronics. She's like, she wants a new iPad. She wants an Apple Watch. She wants, you know, like things like that, because that's just what they're into. My 5-year-old still likes toys, and she, you know, we encourage that, but I definitely see kids starting to get less, I guess, less entertained by toys, right? At an early age.
Yeah, my
I
head's
wouldn't change a thing with my life.
I love toys.
Well, I think part of it was imagination too. Like we didn't have that constant like stimulation from everywhere all the time, and so we made things up as we went. Like it wasn't necessarily about having all of the toys, but having things and kind of filling in a lot of those blanks yourself, or you know, going on the bike rides and the whatever, and making that kind of your own adventure. It was different.
I still have all my Ninja Turtles, by the way. Like,
that's so cool.
They're like mint, because I never wanted to damage them, so I wouldn't play with them.
That's so cool.
Your OCD was a little bit present in childhood too.
But
Hey, you know what? And Jules said it perfectly just now. Gabe, who was the guy, the Kenner photographer we had? Ken, what was his name?
Simmons.
Ken Simmons. I remember talking to him, and it was him. So for you guys that don't know who he was, he did all of the original photography for a lot of the original Kenner Star Wars boxes, all the toys like the AT-AT, all the displays and stuff. He's the guy that set that stuff up. I remember him, and we were talking about how, you know, when you see those boxes, you could get that idea, that adventure on how to play with the toys and do all that fun stuff. And you know, even me, guys, and my daughter's 14, Haley, you guys have seen a lot of the videos early on when she was younger. You know, I've got 5 kids of my own, and I can honestly say, you know, Haley's barely hanging on, but there's not one of my kids that could actually that are, you know, one of them, Cody, my oldest son, but he doesn't care about Star Wars. He's never watched an episode of Mandalorian. And, you know, it's just like, so it's just, you know, I'm very grateful in my life if I kick the bucket tonight to know that I was raised in the times of, you know, just family, whether you had just one parent or it was your grandparents that you were raised with, but just that the way it was, how you were raised, you know, in the 70s, 80s, you know, it was just innocent times. And, you know, the issues at hand were zero, you know, and I think that's why we all look back at it and just, we're reminisce on it.
Well, right now there's a lot of analysis around that, because there's people are trying to figure out the generational gap, because as you know, kind of the Generation X is starting to come into kind of in a power, right? I mean, the Generation X is now the controlling generation mostly, right? And kind of all the industries. So obviously like the millennials and Gen Zs and all that stuff are trying to figure out like, well, like why are they like that, right? And there's a lot of analysis about how Gen Xers were so independent because parents just kind of like, it's almost like they didn't care about the kids. They're like, go, just do whatever you want. Just don't, you know, we don't need to even know, like come back when it's dark, you know? And so it is, you're right. It was totally different, because now these days, there's no way. I would never even my kids, like we live in a very nice neighborhood.
Yeah, no way.
I wouldn't just let my 8-year-old just go on her bike around the, you know, like around.
Yeah, that's ridiculous to think that. Yeah. And then holy shit, you spanked your kid. You know what I mean? My mom respect.
That explains a lot now.
Listen, do you remember, guys, in the chat, you guys remember when you were in school and you skipped out of class or you got busted? Or like me personally, it it's funny. It was kind of like I skipped school. I left during a little before lunch. I skipped football practice, and I got my truck. And guess where I went? Is God listening? I went to the mall, and I went to all my toy places. I came back. My mom, out of all people, were sitting outside of the high school, and she was just sitting there because she saw when I was leaving in my truck. She saw my truck and thought I got stolen, so she went into the school. But anyway, dude, I got my ass paddled at school. I got 3 licks. I had to bend over and look at this eagle and this big hard ass paddle, and they spanked my ass. And my mom was like, when you get home, I'm gonna beat your ass too. But I mean, that stuff doesn't happen anymore. But you know what? Back then I was like, oh shit, I don't, but God, I'm so grateful for it because it
happened to me too, Michael. My dad he used a salad like tongue or so. We called it the Red Claw because it was red.
Dude, can you imagine right now?
I would use that.
Can you imagine grabbing your kid from school?
Put our hands back there.
Oh my God.
Can you imagine grabbing your kid from school, Ryan, and saying, when we get home, I'm going to beat your ass? That's my mom, right?
I mean, nowadays, I worry about
yeah. Dude, I didn't care about my football coach. Now my mom, shit. I was like, because my mom wouldn't mess around. But nowadays, it doesn't happen. It's like you're an abuser, and it's like
sometimes it needs to.
It's like
you get CPS calling you nowadays.
Anyways, I mean that's all that can get. I think I might be getting off, right, Gabe? But the bottom line is, it's just our country.
I need another drink after that.
We're weak. We're weak now. We weakened our kids.
But that's probably, you know what? The boomers probably thought that about you guys, right? Or about the Gen Xers, right? That's because they're like, we went to war. We were in war. We went to Vietnam. Like, look at these little, they're being, all their toys and all their stuff. They don't have anything to worry about.
Maybe
so. That's what I'm saying. Like, I think it's always going to be a generational thing, right? I'm like, I think
it's getting worse though. It's getting worse. I just want, like, Gabe, I want your beautiful kids and my kids and our grandkids. I got 5 grandkids now. I'm so concerned about in 30. We're going to get off, and we're not going to let that happen. But
you got to remember too, the world's changing though. Everyone's going to be fine. They're actually going to be probably better off because they're so in touch with technology that technology is just going to do everything for you. You don't need to ride a bike. You don't have.
I think technology. I'm going to just tell you straight up. Technology is going to end our world. Period. That's what my humble opinion is.
I do hope they make a real hoverboard though.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, no kidding. So I do believe before I kick the bucket, because we're already seeing a bit of them, but like I think when like Gabe's kids are in their 40s and 50s, there will be flying vehicles around, and it's not like crazy weird, I think that's going to happen.
Maybe
it's weird that a lot of movies that have come out, you're seeing a lot of that stuff really happening in life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Blade Runner.
So.
Yeah. Later. Yeah, man. Well, we'll see. Yeah. AI is gonna do it for us. That's it. It's gonna be the movie is gonna be Terminator 2. That's what's gonna happen.
You know what I mean? The world. You mean? Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, if there's one movie that's gonna happen, it's probably T2.
Yeah, I agree with that, bro.
Right?
Yeah, but like Sean Stewart, dude, remember going to the mall, guys?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no one goes.
I mean, really, do you guys remember going to the mall and going to the video arcade game and going and getting a slice of pizza and seeing those girls walk by in those badass Jordache? And then, but I'm just saying,
yes, and you with your
wearing my sea Cavaricci, my parachute pants, but
and Stussy and Massimo. Gotcha.
Hey, but when all the dust settles, I just look at everybody else. Like I feel sorry for them because I know what I've been through, and I'm very lucky. I think in where I'm at. I feel I'm not being a dick, but I feel that at 7 years old in 1978, me seeing after 11 months of it being out in the theater, finally seeing Star Wars, that feeling of holy cow, seeing all that, coming home crying because I wanted to be Luke so bad. And I mean, kids just aren't going to have
Michael, you kind of remind me of, there's a meme going around where it shows like a grandpa like that, and he's like saying like, in my days this and that, and it's like, sure, grandpa, sure. Like, have you guys seen that meme?
No.
Oh, that sucks.
I know, man. That's what I'm saying. Like, eventually there's gonna be time where we're gonna be talking like this, right? We're gonna be like, man, we used to go to the malls and we used to actually have to drive cars places. Like, you kids just get in the car and you just tell it where to go and it takes
teleport. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, we're probably about 10 years from us sounding real old.
I know.
Man.
I know.
You know, but
I love this community on a serious note. I love being able to continue to, I mean, did you guys, any of you guys that are spending your Saturday nights with us, figure it? I mean, I'm 53. Johnny, you're what? You're 28. How old are you, Johnny?
I'll be 58 in about 2 weeks.
I mean, did you guys ever can even imagine that Johnny at 58 years old would be hanging out talking Star Wars and, I mean, just cool, fun stuff, dude. You know what I mean? It's just, you know, we're very lucky. I think that we're a lucky group of people. Like, you know, there's all aspects of like car club, Corvette collectors, and all these different people. But I just think that we're a group of really fun shit. You know, I'm serious.
I think we're having more fun than everybody else. So.
I really believe it. You know, we could all just get naked. No, but
I mean, got my poncho.
You guys are lucky that I ran out, you know, because I would be right now.
Did you?
No,
but did you?
I know.
Jens and Gabe will tell you I'm really
Did his computer really die, or did he just?
He's refilling.
I ain't scared. But anyway,
Group of wooden spoons.
We are.
Michael's like, I'm going to the bathroom. Right.
Exactly.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, you're right. A zombie hunter. It's like, remember when you had to walk to a telephone on the wall and write down, right? You had to remember phone numbers.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I can
Get orders.
Yeah, I can't. Besides, like, maybe my wife's phone number, like, and my own phone number, there's not another phone number that I have memorized in my brain now. Like,
dude, I remember the only numbers I remember are my childhood friends.
Right? Me too. I still remember some of my childhood.
You know what I mean? I remember my buddy Steve, 210-494-9817. I remember that shit.
Yeah, me too.
We were 12, but yet I can't remember what me and Denise did 3 weeks ago. You know?
Someone's gonna get a whole bunch of spam calls tonight.
Yeah.
But anyway,
I know that phone number you just gave is gonna get.
I know, right? I hear that no more. But
They're gonna be calling it, doing that Wookiee thing.
I know. Yeah.
Call that number for with your best Wookiee roar for
Yeah.
a chance to win.
It was funny because we're actually just talking, and this might be kind of a little bit, you know, outside of your time, you know, but when I was in high school, you know, it was like, you know, it was the late 90s, pagers were a big thing, right? So like that's when beepers were around.
I had one in high school.
Right. And I remember having like if there was a party that was going on, what people would do is they would hand out the phone number for a pager, and you'd call the pager, and then the pager would tell you where the like party location is. But we were telling my daughter, because my daughter's 20 right now, so she's in college, and then she's like, "Oh, we're going to some house party or something." I was like, "You guys still have house parties? Like, what the heck?" Like, it's like back in my days, we used to have to call a pager number to find out where the
She's
party.
like, "What's a pager?"
Yeah, right. Yeah.
That's funny.
It's funny, man.
Yeah.
I remember when the first brick phones were like cool or
I
existed.
remember that big bastard brick
The Zach
phone.
Morris brick phone.
And I remember it was like free after
the
like
Zach Morris
8 or 9 p.m. You'd like fight over who gets to call their friends.
Yeah.
Because before that it was expensive.
Man, do you remember how expensive, Benji, that shit was, dude?
It was insane. I remember even when me and my wife started dating, like 2005-ish. I mean, I remember one time getting a bill for like $1,000.
Oh yeah.
because we
Yeah.
spent all night like talking on the phone, and I was like, "What the hell, $1,000?" It was just because it was outside of the, your time that you could call people.
Wow.
The free minutes.
That's funny as hell.
Insane. I know. But guys, it's 2.5 hours in. I know we kind of got off
Off topic. Yeah.
topic a little bit, but no, it was fun. And Johnny,
Yes.
welcome obviously to the Collection Wars family. Thank you for jumping on.
Sure. Thank you for inviting me.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
man.
absolutely. And everyone else, I mean, obviously, Benjamin, Robin, thank you. Ryan, Julie, thank you so much. Jens, thank you as always for jumping on with us.
Yeah, thanks, Jens, buddy.
Nice to meet you, Johnny.
Nice to meet you, Jen.
Nice to meet you, Johnny. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So, Michael, any final words?
No, man, just it's always good hanging out with everybody in the chat, and thank you guys, everybody, for your Saturday evening, like always. And yeah, I just love hanging out and talking. This like tonight, it's fun conversation, man. I love it.
Yeah, absolutely.
I love it, and it's really good. We got a new friend in the community, Johnny, and it's been a
And
while
John-
since we've had Ryan and Julie on, and it's good to have them back in here. And always, Jens, dude.
And it's going to be a good. It's always going to be a good show when this happens.
Oh yeah? Watch this.
Watch what?
Yeah, that's because of you, Gabe. You know, it's you. You're the one that did that, set that off, man.
All right, guys. Well,
thanks so much, guys. I look forward to hanging out with you guys, and stay tuned because we got Richard Riley coming on. I'll let you guys know it's going to be a pleasure to have him on. This guy he's very low key, and I finally got him to where he's like, you know what? Let's do it. So it's going to be fun seeing this guy real quick. He's done life-size Jabbas. You saw the Max Rebo Size Noodles.
Yeah.
He did the Jabba band members life-size guys. He's done the life-size Tauntaun with Luke. And of course he did the Fantastic Wampa. He's working on Jaws.
Yeah.
He does a lot of stuff for Regal Robot, and it's going to be really cool to talk, props with him. So
nice.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep.
You guys, everybody have a great night.
Yep.
We'll see you next
Yep. Y'all too.
Good night, everybody.
Good night,
Good night, Johnny.
Thank you, guys.
Good night.
Love you, brother.